evening, everybody. There's a few of us left. Just aye. We've got a couple of minutes to go before we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Do you enjoy this afternoon? Yes. Just a bit. Cracking matches. Yeah. Well, out of those that are left, who's coming in tomorrow with the quarters? Yeah, good. Are you staying all day? And the evening? Yeah.
Well, welcome to the second round of the International Open here at Newton Hall in Blackpool. Andy Thompson against Steve Halmai. And for many of you that know Steve Halmai, he now plays in Australia, but he was an English international.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Co-op Funeral Care International Open here from Newton Hall, Blackpool. Let's bring on your players for this evening's session. First up, ladies and gentlemen, he beat Jason Greenslade in the first round all the way from USA. Give it up for Steve Halmai. And up against Steve, ladies and gentlemen, he's a former England international with over 100 caps. He's the former International Open champion. He's world ranked at number 8. It is the statesman of bowls for England. It is Andy Thompson, MBE. With David Corkill and Les Gillett.
Thank you, Richard. It's going to be an interesting game, no doubt about that. Andy Thompson knows Steve Halmai very well from the days that he played in the English international team. Of course, he's qualified through the USA, but the reality is that Steve plays his bowls in Australia.
Jack length, 28 metres, 28.
Two players of similar vintage, Les.
Yeah, definitely. I watched Steve's first game against Jason. Obviously, keen to see how Jason got on, and Steve played exceptional. Very good bowls, very good drawing bowls. Put Jason under a lot of pressure and made him run a lot. So this will be an interesting game.
Steve Halmai's delivery, quite unique in many ways.
I think if I can remember rightly, when Steve was in the UK many years ago, his delivery was very similar, but it was more like Andy's delivery, to be fair, more sort of crouched down low.
Yes, it was indeed. He's adjusted it, probably due to time and various other things that come into it, but Andy's had the same delivery for a long time. Very easy, very relaxed. Good follow through, takes the ball out on the line.
It's definitely a battle of the old boys, David, isn't it? And I think Andy's saying to Steve already that, you know.
Yeah, I'm in form.
Yeah, watch
So-
me, boy.
It's almost like Steve doesn't want to let the ball get away from him. It's he has so many goes before he releases it. Has to be absolutely right.
It's good here.
2 red.
Very good player, Steve Halmai. So it's,
Shot bowl, there's a 2.5 inch gap. Second bowl, 6 inches.
quite often you see a lot of the overseas players that would maybe struggle coming here, but that would not be the case with Steve Halmai because he plays top level bowls in Australia. He's been around for a long time.
He played internationals for many, many years, didn't he?
He did, for England, yeah.
Play with Jerry Smythe, I believe, at Paddington.
I remember Jerry. In fact, I saw Jerry a while ago. Have a chat.
He's one of our selectors now.
Yes, yes. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing sometimes. It's a bit of a poison chalice on occasions. He goes actually down in Wales at the internationals. Close with this, Steve. Needs a contact.
Yeah, back bowl first.
Yeah, good second. Good ball.
1 red.
Yeah, it was a well-played bowl because that hand tends to hang off slightly with just over the weight, so it was a good controlled bowl.
And they just be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to make any disturbance on.
He doesn't quite look up with this.
Yeah, that's why he didn't really want to touch the front ball and sort of forced him into playing it very careful. And well, Steve's got a wee chip shot here if he wants it to turn the ball off. Could make 3, maybe even 4.
Yeah, on his forehand, just edge the ball away. Just tends to hang a bit with weight, so won't be easy. He's on a good line though.
Oh, has he got the way it
No.
looks under? Oh, he didn't really play that with any conviction. He was just drawing to it. I'm surprised at that.
Just dead weight, wasn't he?
1 shot, Andy Thompson.
Gandhi might have been a bit worried about that one. Still, on the card, first end.
I think Andy would be pleased just to get a shot and get on the way.
Absolutely, his first 2 deliveries, very close.
Jet length 27 metres, 27.
It'll be interesting to see what hand Andy plays here because a lot of players would tend to play the big swinging side, the crowd side.
It's a steady rink, though. It's nothing too vicious about it.
No, it's very good rink. All the hands play really, really well. I think us bowlers tend to moan about things, but this is a particularly good rink.
Never. Really? As like I said, it is one of those rinks where you can play most of the shots, and the one thing you have to do is just green the ball, but vast majority of the top players use a swinging ball, so they know they have to push it out.
Yeah, definitely. I think on this rink especially, it's a standard club rink, so you can play all the shots. It's not like the portable rink where sometimes the shot selection is crucial. You can just play a normal game of bowls on this rink, and I think that's sometimes why you see the qualifiers doing better on this rink because it is a standard rink, and all the shots that they tend to play on the portable rink don't come off. They do on this rink.
Fixed stance before the little step out for Steve Halmai, and certainly won't find that delivery in the coaching manual.
No, and I think he's bumped a couple of them as well.
Yep, that's not going to help. Well, it's early days yet, but Andy will be very pleased with his first 2 deliveries.
He certainly will. Another one here as well. I think he just needs to run a touch, and he's very, very good. He sort of flop of his own bowl. It'll make it really hard for Steve. But it's such a good draw in hand, he should be able to get around that quite comfortably. Close with this.
Yes, it's so tempting to overcorrect when you've dropped short on 2 occasions, and so easy to push through that extra metre or 2. But, there's no hit for a target here, so really he has to think about just drawing this with his last one, and I think Andy will pop another one in.
Yeah, I think the key here is Andy to get a real good close one now. Sort of take the opportunity away for Steve to have a good draw at it, so Andy want to tidy it up. He's on a cracking line again. It will come all out with good weight.
Here it comes, wants to find centre rink, and he has.
Great ball.
Oh, that's excellent. He's played that really well. So no strike on for Steve Halmai. This will have to be a very good draw.
It'll be difficult as well. He's had 3 bowls not within a yard, so it's a tough one. Didn't get that way particularly well.
No, he's definitely bumped that. You could hear it.
Yep.
That'll take all the weight off it.
He's not up.
Yep. Well, it's most unlike Steve Halmai.
4 shots, Andy
It's
Thompson.
a bit of a soft 4 for Andy Thompson, but you take them while you can.
Set score 5-0 after 2
You know Steve will get better, no doubt about that. And once again, we're seeing how Andy get in that first 2 bowls, putting the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely crucial with singles play. First 2 bowls, if you can get them close, it sort of transfers the pressure onto your opponent.
Jacketing 30 metres.
And it's gone a touch longer with this one. I suppose you've seen Steve struggle a little bit with his weight, and maybe he's just a bit tactics.
Yep, just moving the jack around a little bit. That's all.
I'm not sure Andy's sent this neither.
That's not bad, 2 feet short. It's almost like he's dropping just a fraction of a second early.
Yeah, he's definitely bumping them. He didn't bump them the last game I saw, but he's definitely better with this one.
I don't think bumping the ball is a real problem, to be honest, Les. It's more a matter of doing it every time. That's all. You just and you can see Steve sort of working in the back there with moving his arm up and down. He knows his timing is slightly off.
Yep, definitely. And that's just something simple to probably adjust, and he'll probably sort it out itself. Andy's not really punished him though.
It is almost like, as it says, just getting away a fraction, but if he's close, he'll not worry too much.
No, not at all.
The problem with that is if you do that, it's almost like a sort of a drop and shove situation, because you know you haven't got it away right, and you give it an extra little flick at the end.
Yep.
Just over.
You know, and it makes it very inconsistent.
Yes, and it's not bowled a very good second one. He's given Andy an opportunity after to lose first bowl, so
I certainly expect this one to be better.
yep. Not sure he's up still.
Still struggling for weight.
He's greened it really well every time as well, so he probably thought he was good. He can't tell though, can he?
Well, Andy can't. He can't see to tell. The thing is, he knows that This is yet another opportunity to turn the jack or rest the green ball for a double.
Yep, he's definitely better here. It's how close he can get. Yeah, good adjustment. Doesn't want the jack.
Oh, he might have been a bit unlucky there. Pushed the jack towards the red ball. I think it's just the one to green.
It is. It was such a good bowl. It's just unfortunate, and sometimes we have to take those on the chin, don't we?
Well, it just happens.
Yep. Was a good bowl. Andy, be pleased though. Just the one down.
It's a nice shot, that you can see that long shot. It gives you a good idea of just where the ball is going. That's dipping away early.
Oh, he's not sent it again.
It's more the weight than anything else. He probably would have gotten away with the line if he had an extra yard or so.
Yep.
Well, any movement on jack brings the back green one in to make a 3.
It's definitely an opportunity. He can afford to reach it. I can't see much going wrong if he's up. And he's on a good line. He's on a very good line. He's very, very close here for the jack.
Needs to miss the red.
Very close. Well played.
Well,
could be 4.
Absolutely. And although the back green one was a fair distance away, but definitely 3. And really, to be truthful, Andy, you gave that opportunity.
3 shots, Steve Halmai.
Very, very easy opportunity in many respects for players at this level.
Set
Steve
score,
Halmai, and
5-3,
a
three
bit of a
ends.
gift.
Yeah, it was a gift. I thought Andy's last ball, he'd have been up to it, but Steve's played an absolute fantastic ball with nothing to lose with his last, and picks the jack up for a really good 3, so it gets him right back in the set. Wonder if they go shorter now, David.
Well, that would be Steve's normal situation, to go just a little bit on the shorter side, because he's used to the fast greens of Australia. Okay, he qualified through the USA in a different way, but
Length 25 metres, 25.
that would be more his style, I would say, at this distance.
Yeah.
But it was Andy's jack the last time at 30 metres, and he made that mistake.
That's a decent start from Steve. About 2 feet away. And is sticking with a wide swing in hand. I think the beauty of that hand is you can just concentrate on your weight because the line is so good.
Steve Halmai, retired investor. He was a man who was involved in the futures markets for a long time. I'm sure he hasn't stopped his investing though, even though he might be retired. I'm sure he's got an interesting portfolio.
Two and a
So
half
a
feet.
few 100,000 land about, Les, if you will have. I'm sure you could speak to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Andy's still working in the world of bowls. Works for Taylor Bowls, has done for a very long time. He's a couple of years older than Steve. He enjoys it a lot though. He's still got that enthusiasm for the sport, both playing and working.
He certainly has. He's manager of the under 18 England team as well, and I think he's taken extra duties on outdoor as well with the managing the senior team. So
He might be a selector. Is he a selector, I think?
yeah, I think
That's
so.
what it
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I think it's selector, but he manages indoor with the junior team.
John Bell's still the outdoor manager.
So his enthusiasm's really there. I think he really, really enjoys watching the young lads and lasses come on. He's got a lot to give back. Certainly has a lot of knowledge.
Oh, just want to sneak round the green ones, Andy. You're pushing that ball well out. It's got a good, strong bias.
Yeah, he's good here. He's very good.
Yep, pop that one in.
One red.
I'd like to think Steve would follow Andy in now rather than... It's more of a kind hand, but he's still playing his backhand, which is not easy to play down there because it tends to stick a little bit. No, he's underplayed it as well.
Didn't push through it. That was the problem. Again, he might have managed to get away with the line if he'd have been pushing to the back red one to be safe. And he's got a chance now. Any touch in the jack, he makes 3 or 4 shots, and this is not an opportunity to be dismissed. He needs to take these.
It's a bit of role reversal from last end, isn't it, really? Bit of deja vu. Big opportunity for Andy. He's down on a good line.
He made the double. Oh, Andy. Poor you looking. Just he has that look on his face, doesn't he? He wouldn't know. Andy doesn't know about measures. We all know that. We were having a bit of a chat with Andy earlier, sort of discussing Steve Halmai because so we both know him from a long time ago, and we were saying the only difference now with a lot of people coming through from overseas is they just don't get the opportunity to play indoors as much as our guys do. And there's always going to be an opportunity of maybe picking up the odd count.
Yeah, I think probably their consistency level isn't as good as the UK players. But as they've proven in this tournament so far, they can still perform.
And the more they go on, the better they get.
Definitely, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Is France having a little chuckle at something?
Jack length 28.5 metres, 28.5.
Very close arena this, David. The crowd's right on top here, which you can hear every moan and groan and ooh and ah, and
yes,
it's good. It's good. Really good for the game.
Every comment.
Yeah, they get involved.
Yeah. Not as much as the Crown Green guys. They think it's quite quiet, but you can still hear the guys, especially whenever you get some of the players in. Different other venues where the players lounge, you can see them and they're well away from the arena, but here you can hear everything.
Yeah, you can. Hear a pin drop. Great start from Steve.
Ongoing discussion point about whether we should have background music or some sort of noise going on rather than just the silence whenever the players are on the mat, and the jury's out on it. There's certainly space for maybe a little bit of experimentation with that. If you've got background noise going on all the time, you don't hear the rustles of sweets and crisps and heavens knows what else.
No, it's right. We have the open single circuits in the UK, which we have background music playing throughout all the games, and I think it's very well received by everybody, all the players. It's not too loud, it's just enough to numb all the background noises and whatever, so it may be worth going and having a go at that. I'm sure Rich is open to ideas.
Good ball.
Well
Good
played,
correction.
Steve.
So you've got Black Sabbath playing, or are you into Elton John now?
Is that because I look like Elton John?
Only mentioned it. It's always a discussion point, isn't it, about what music will be played as well. But I think the players would actually quite enjoy it, to be truthful.
Yeah, definitely. I would. I've played the open single circuit and I've played it with music and it's really good.
Need to hurry, Andy. Dropped it a bit. Good target here for Steve Halmai. Anything onto the jack. If he misses that, gets the red ball, he makes the double.
Yeah, he's not got to change a lot from his last bowl. He was very good last time, so as long as he's reaching. I'm not quite sure. I don't think he is.
No, just dropped a lot of short balls in this match. I've only played a few ends, but nothing really on for Andy here, bar to try and draw this shot. It's a Don't think he'll look at that speculative one down in the forehand, straightforward backhand.
Yeah, he could. There was an opportunity on the forehand, but it's very difficult. Straightforward draw. It's a big swing in hand, this as well. It comes right back with good weight. He's not bad. Just needs to bend.
Off his own ball.
Could get it.
Yep.
Well played.
Used it well.
One red.
That's what it was there for. That's why Steve needed to get to it. Nine end sets, of course. So still a few ends to go.
He looks very tight with this.
Oh, he has to have a lot of weight to hold this one.
No, it's gone.
It just doesn't look like I heard that one as well. It
Yep.
just doesn't
Good
look
shot, Andy
right out of
Thompson.
the hand.
He doesn't seem to be getting them away well, does he? He
Set
seems to be
four,
sort of
8-3 on
struggling to
finals.
let them go.
You know, it was a double opportunity for Andy. Get to the jack, get to the red ball, took full advantage.
Jack length 28 metres, 28.
Great line, Andy. Good opener. And Steve's still persevering with his backhand on this way.
He's pushed it out with his own hand there to say, you know, stay wide, stay wide.
Yeah, he's good. He's good line.
Oh, looks good to me.
Yep. Well played. Very good ball.
Love that long shot because you just get a real good idea of how much the ball bends.
Yeah, it does. The green does bend
13
quite
inches
quite
short
a lot
for
on both
Jack.
hands. And is good with this, I think. Just going too quick.
Well, this is different from the first one. It needs to stay up a little bit longer. Yeah,
One green.
did push through it.
Yeah, I thought it might be a Tomo push with this one.
Well, it's not bad, but
No.
it's still struggling.
Yeah.
One green.
Slight adjustment for Steve on his weight. Line was good again. Oh, he's changed.
It's an interesting time to change because he doesn't want to leave a wing ball on the backhand, give Andy a better opportunity to remove it.
No, I think he's good here. He misses Andy's bowl. He's very good.
Just needs a drop. Well, not quite, and Andy can afford to reach this now. He's got his own ball on the way in. If he misses that, he gets a jack. He's got the back position. Green ball out clean for the single. So 3 opportunities here if he doesn't want to play the absolute draw.
Is he up?
Well, he's trying to encourage it. Must be close.
Yeah, he's close now. Just needs to hang on.
Needs it full and to follow, and he has. He's made it. Good ball.
1 red.
Very precise. Just got enough of it. Doesn't leave Steve much to play except to draw on the forehand, and he's looking at 9-3. 3 ends to go. That's a nice little lead for Andy Thompson.
Yeah, and it will drop for Steve with good weight. Oh, he's running. Interesting.
Oh, I'm not sure about this one.
No, not at all. He's going to get Andy's bowl in the head, I think, pushing Andy's in.
It could all go wrong.
Yeah,
It has. I didn't like the look of that one, Les.
No,
2 shots, Andy Thompson.
I don't think it was the right shot for the situation, to be fair, but we all play different shots at different times for our own reasons.
There's the last ball of Andy Thompson. If you look at that forehand now, just look at that. He had to get the green ball at an angle, and
Yeah.
I think that was still coming under the red and pushing the jack back. So maybe you could see something that we didn't, but or couldn't see. Andy will be very happy.
Yeah, definitely. Nice cushion.
So 2 shots
Jack
here
eight,
would
27 metres. 27.
negate the reason to play the next 2 ends. So he'll be very happy with the way this match is going. Andy realises that Steve Halmai is not at his best by some margin, but he'll expect him to come back at him in the second set.
Yeah, definitely. As somebody said to me, that's what the second set's for. And it's happened a lot this week where somebody's won the first set quite comfortably and the other person's come back in the second, which you tend to expect to this standard of play as well. So
Like David Gurley was feeling like that in his match.
I know, yes. I heard he was a few shots down in the first set. But in true David fashion, comes back fighting, 2-0 tie break.
Exactly.
Never gives up.
Saved the match.
Well played.
Had a very good tie break against Michael Stepney, and I think Michael's making his way back to Elgin at the moment.
Oh, is he?
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive when you've lost, yes, definitely. It's not so bad when you've won.
Oh no, that's true.
But he must be happy he won the first set and forced a tie-break, the defending champion, so it's given him a bit of food for thought for next time.
Andy?
Great bowl, Andy. Great bowl.
Well, that's exactly what he
1
wanted.
green.
Another really good second shot. Steve Halmai's going to have to chase this.
Yeah.
Put position in and then chase it with his last ball to make at least 2 or 3.
That's it. I think Andy's just trying to close it down now, make it really hard for Steve to score. And I think if Steve starts putting back bowls, Andy needs to match him and just take all the
Correct.
opportunities away.
That's the back one in, and Andy has a decision here. He'll probably go for cover. He's no need to even get into the head. He can afford to lose a single.
Yep. Yeah, and he has. Play the easy shots, old boy.
Glad you said that. I'm not going there, I can tell you.
He'll give me back when I play with him next week at the International Series.
Yeah, he did say that you had to be kind. Another back one going in. Andy will go even deeper with this one. Try and get back to the respot position. That's the only shot Steve has, because even if he takes the 2 reds out, it's not going to make any difference. He needs the green ball onto the jack all the way through to the respot. Sacrifices 1 shot to gain 2, or maybe even 3.
Yep.
Yep, that's the deep one there, and I don't think Steve's got much of an option here. It's unless he fancies drawing for another one, but there's not much on, even if he hits it.
No, not at
Truthful.
all. Not at all. I can't see him benefiting much from this at all, even if he gets it.
it's a bit of a practice shot
Yeah.
in some respects. Yeah, looks under. Well, that sort of weight
And
would
shot
have
Steve Halmai.
been very difficult, but he'll take a single. Keeps the set moving.
Set score 10-4 after 7 ends.
That's the important thing, really. As you see, is Steve's ball coming in early in the end. Kept that single all the way through, but that was really because Andy wasn't interested in getting the shot. The last 2 balls, he was playing for cover, just to make sure that he lost a single. And well, he's looking in control. No doubt about that. The first 2 balls, he's been dominating.
Yeah, definitely. I think Steve probably now his mindset would be, let's try something different to potentially practice for the next set. Sort of find a length he's comfortable with. I think 6 shots and 2 ends to get a tie is a big ask.
6.5 metres.
But you never know.
He could be doing well to force the last end, to be truthful with you.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but I think it's very difficult. Saying that, he's bowled a great opener.
It's more what we expect from Steve Halmai.
It is. I mean, his first game he was absolutely fantastic against Jason. He didn't really have a bad bowl in all the game, and to be fair, Jason bowled well as well. So he's not risen to those standards quite yet, but there's another set to go.
Previous national champion in England in the pair, Steve Halmai, a couple of times, and he was an international for some 14 years.
I'll tell you what, he's good again.
Yes, indeed. Moved over to it was Hong Kong for a while, in Asia, do some work on the futures markets, and then moved on to Australia. Natural move. Just thinking back in my memory on that. Stocks and shares, I know nothing about it.
1 green.
Good ball from Andy. They will tickle on the jack for Steve now, and you never know.
Has to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's up. He's definitely up. But it's how he gets Andy's ball.
it's the wrong side of it.
Yeah, that's taken all the chance away.
1 green.
Be very surprised if we go into the last end in this set now.
Yeah, it's looking highly improbable. Unless Steve can conjure something up. I can't quite see what though. Andy looks reasonably good with this as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a great ball.
Yeah.
1
Doesn't
green.
matter that it's not the shot. They really closed it all down, and Steve could do worse than just have a go at this. And
Yeah, well the way it's set, there is a possibility that both Andy's bowls will go out the head if he hits Andy's outside bowl. But it's got to be a lot of weight. He's playing it.
well, he's definitely seen it.
I don't think he'll get back.
Well, hasn't got a lot of weight,
No, won't come
but
back.
that's good effort. Wasn't far away.
Yeah,
Halmai, first
good
set,
idea.
Andy Thompson.
Most of these players will see these sort of shots, Les, but it's the execution, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's not an easy shot on that side neither, because it does tend to hold a little bit of weight. But I think Steve will learn from that set and regroup and come out strong.
Andy just nodding the head there because he had the option of taking the jack this end, decided just to work away. Steve can take it.
I'm quite surprised with that, because I thought Andy might have took it and sort of gone medium to long on his favoured length. As I'm sure Steve will probably go a little bit shorter, maybe 26 metres. What do I know?
Well, there you go.
31.5 metres, 31.5.
Maximum length.
So-
That is a big difference there.
Oh dear, couldn't go any longer if he tried.
31.5. There's an extra inch or two there short of the tee.
Surprised me because I thought he would have gone short because he bowled his best bowls on the short ends, didn't he?
Yep.
And he's always been short on longer jacks. Unless just overthrown it.
Andy just making sure that he was that jack's about a metre beyond the bowl, so anything past the green one, you're good.
He's not past it.
He's just sliding on the inside. Yeah, just touched the edge, and he just wasn't there. That was all. Line was pretty good, but Steve will get a second bite at this. He got his shoulder a bit more behind that by the looks of it.
It certainly did. He's on a good road. Well, it's a shot.
Yep, no, that's not bad. Foot away. And he's still playing at the Cyphers Club.
Strong club.
Been there almost since he moved down to London.
Yep. Plays with used to play with my mate Tom Doig, who's now living in Nottingham, where he started his bowls. He was very successful with Andy. Won some national competitions and British championships, and now he's settled in Nottingham indoor. So Andy's got some new setups with his nationals.
Oh, I'd say there'd be a bit of a queue.
Oh, I'm sure there will be, definitely.
Andy Thompson, of course, originally from St Andrews.
The first ball in the centre.
In Scotland.
That one?
Yeah.
Just under 3 feet, yeah.
Never lost the accent, even though he moved down in his early 20s. He's very much a Scot, even though he's the most capped English international player. Work that one out.
Unique. He's
Oh,
definitely
yes.
unique. And he's a lovely guy as well.
Yep, very
Absolutely
popular. Andy.
fantastic. He's not up though. Andrew, what are you doing?
If he does that next week, you might have something more to
Oh
say.
dear, I will do. He'll be telling me off for being a yard shot, I can tell you.
Steve, this is a good chance.
Certainly is. You don't get many opportunities against Andy Thompson like this. And I think he's played it well.
No, this is better.
He's absolutely nailed this, I think.
Yep, good line. Good line out of the hand. That's the one he was looking for.
2 green.
Second shot is beatable, but that's going to be tough to beat that one.
Yeah, it's difficult now for Andy because he won't want to be short again. So, to be fair, if he pushes it on this side, which it tends to do, it runs on a little bit. So, he's got to be careful not to get through it too much. Surely this looks better.
Oh, he's on a very good line.
This is close.
Just whether he's overplayed it.
Is he going to stop? Yep.
So easy to do when you drop that short.
Yep.
4 feet short, you overplay it with the next one, making sure you're arriving. So it's
Good
going
shot, Steve Halmai.
to... Nice little double for Steve.
Well, that's exactly what Steve wanted, really, to get on the card early in the second set. And he's bowled a couple of good ones.
Favourite green, Tweed Heads. Steve Halmai. Wonderful club. Brilliant outdoor greens and a very good indoor one.
Jack length 26 metres, 26.
So this has gone short now, then, is what I thought he'd do last end.
Great place to play balls, I can tell you.
What, Tweed Heads?
Tweed Heads.
Is it? I've never been there. I went to Warilla once.
Yeah, it's Tweed is just tiff they play on, Tiff Dwarf, and very, very tight knit. Very quick,
Swingy,
swingy, quick.
wind
and,
affected, and
well, no, not too bad that way actually. It's not like New Zealand. But just really, really good greens, and played there many years ago. And I thought there was a guy came out in this little ride-on mower thing, and in between sessions at lunchtime. I thought, what on earth is he doing? It's my first time there, and back in the early 80s, and he was actually polishing the green.
Really?
Polishing.
Shining it up.
Shining it up and making sure that it kept the speed for the rest of the day, which it did.
Brilliant. I'll borrow that for my head then.
That's mansion polish, mate. Is that what they call it? And other brands are available.
That's it, Mr. Sheen. I've heard them all before.
I'm sure you.
My shampoo's wash and gone.
Yes.
Oh, well played, Steve.
Steady.
Oh, he's unlucky.
I think he has been.
Yeah, he's unlucky.
1 red.
Oh, that's a shocking result.
Yep.
Steve's nearest. The gap is 11 inches, 16 inches short of Jack High.
16 inches short.
Of Jack High.
That's an interesting one. 16 inches short of Jack High, but 11 inches from the Jack. Won't make any difference to Andy's shot. He's still trying to bend around the front green one.
Yep.
But very unfortunate from Steve to get to the Jack of that last bowl.
Well played.
And he's put a bit more in to punish him.
I think Steve just got to play a pretty similar shot to his last to make sure he's arriving, and just hope to get on one of the bowls or the Jack. He looks a bit more confident this time, doesn't he? He looks a bit more meaningful.
Yeah, it's very determined looking this
Yep.
time. I think he's gone through that first set of uncertainty.
Oh, that's a good result.
Yep, that's good.
It gives him a
Push
chance.
right out into the open. He looked uncomfortable in the first set with his delivery. I think he settled that a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He looked. Yeah, it didn't look right, did it? Something wasn't right with it. But last few bowls he's played, he looks comfortable now. He's getting bowls around, which is what it's all about. And he's going to start pushing this one up, I think. Needs to run.
3 red.
Well, he was always going to draw it, but that's a distance away.
Well, the thing is now, though, I mean, I think Andy's got a bowl left. Wherever Steve puts this, Andy might have a shot to take it out for a few.
Well, he's certainly not playing on the wide side, is he?
He's not. He's not. But if he can get it in behind the front bowls, he hides it, which is what he's done, really. He's made it harder now.
I think Andy can see that ball. If he tempted to draw, it's a fairly straightforward draw after he's had one go at it. But 3 seconds
Yep.
and a drive available.
Yeah.
Clean ball out through the middle.
Yeah, you'd have thought he'd go for the bowl, but you never know. Yeah, he is. He's going for the bowl.
Yeah, it just looks too tempting.
Yeah, definitely. He's done a good track. Got it all the way. Perfect. Well played.
Well, that was always the danger, as you said, as you called it. You know, whatever Steve Halmai managed to do with his last ball, it was always going to be vulnerable. And to be fair, he wasn't too far away.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Just it's unlucky in some respects when you see just the way he played that and ends up losing a 3.
Yeah, if it had sort of sliced it and gone with it, it would have given him probably a second bowl, if not shot at the time. But yeah, it was an unfortunate result, but a good ball from Andy to take it out. I expect Andy to get those.
Jack length 28 metres, 28.
Andy stretched it a bit now then, 28 metres.
Next match on this evening will be very interesting. Robert Paxton on the rink.
Yep, yeah, Rob's a great player. Won the Outdoor World Triples Championships. So he'll be flying high. Always a hard competitor. Fellow Team Drake's player.
Never a missed opportunity. He's been an interesting match actually with Robert. He plays against Kurt Brown, the man who took out Mervyn King. So it's certainly not something easy to do by any means. So.
No, not at all. I actually watched that game, and Kurt played exceptionally well. I wouldn't say Mervyn was on his A game, but Kurt played some good stuff and rightly deserved his win. So he'll be full of confidence going into the match against Robert. I mean, Robert's a great player, so it'll be a very interesting game. I think Kurt spent most of his time in the commentary box, to be fair, since he's played, so he's done his fair amount of stints.
Yeah, so it's very good of the guys to volunteers, no doubt about that. Always nice to see volunteers in here.
Yep. Tommy, you're not up, mate.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. For the finals the next 2 days, and a lot of matches to go through, but the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening.
Yep. Yeah, some good games. There's been some good games. There's some good games coming up. So it's all to play for.
It's an interesting choice of shot to go that far deep. I don't think that was really necessary.
I'm not sure he meant that, David, do you?
Oh, it's a long way away from meaning it. You know, surely would have to been after the 2 Red Bulls just to try and drop into those.
Yeah.
You know, it's Andy wasn't really going to do much else than that, but
No, he was just going to draw Andy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You'd have thought. He doesn't like this, I don't think, somehow. Doesn't look overly keen.
no, he's not up.
That's going to be a cheap 3 if he gets 3 out of this.
A very cheap 3. Well, there's been a few loose counts about in this match, and that's interesting. Steve playing it on the backhand.
I can't understand that.
It's wide open on the forehand.
Yep. I can't understand why he's playing this hand, but you know, if he gets it in, he gets it in. Fair play to him.
Yep. Well, it's a wide hand, but he's having to negotiate the front ball. But as soon as he gets past the red one, he should be good.
Yep.
Yep, that's
Yeah, he's good enough. Yep.
Yep. You know, he obviously feels more comfortable there.
Steve Halmai.
Also kept him away from moving the jack, but
Set score 3-5 after 3 ends.
it's been a funny old game.
It certainly has. It's yes, there's been some good stuff played and some loose stuff. But it's a couple of shots in it now, so still anybody's. And Steve's where he wants to be at this stage of the game, just his nose in front, needing to win the second set.
Jack length 26 metres, 26.
Good opener. Well played. This is more like Steve Halmai.
Well, second set's been a lot more comfortable, certainly, than the first set. No doubt about that.
There's certainly some danger signs there from Steve for Andy, isn't there? He's getting a few more balls around. I'll tell you what, Tomo's good with this. Well played.
You'll be wondering what on earth he was doing the last end. Couldn't put one within a yard.
Oh dear. Perhaps his memory loss kicked in. It happens from time to time. We have a bit of a blip.
Yeah,
We all do it.
playing down the narrow side here, but he's got the wit to push through it. impression that those are fairly straightish balls he's using.
I think they're grooves.
Oh, well, if they're a groove, they're not straight by any means. That's a good normal swinging ball groove. So there's a big mixture of balls at this event. You know, all 4 manufacturers are well represented. Andy, of course, will be using Taylor's. He's company he works for, but there'll be the Henselite, more than likely a Tiger out there, and of course professional Drake's professional out there as well.
I think Connor Sonato used the XPs.
Yep, the wider ball XP.
Yep.
Slightly wider ball from Drake's Pride. That's primarily seen as an outdoor ball, but it's good for slower indoor carpets.
Oh, good effort.
That's not only a good effort, it's opened the door on the other side now if he wants to play it.
What does Andy play?
It's dangerous for Andy.
It is, yeah.
Because he really can't afford to leave this. The only thing is, if he goes slightly deeper, there's a chance that Jack might come back.
I'm not sure he's passing Steve's bowl.
Better on the inside.
Yeah, he's got it on the inside. It's a good bowl there.
Yeah, that's very useful. 2 red balls will go out, tighten the backhand if he wants to play it.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to try and time it, and well, I think he can get it on either hand, but probably the more conventional shot is the backhand.
The trouble with forehand is, just looking at it, Les, it's just if he gets a split in the forehand, the red ball goes onto the jag. It leaves Andy probably land 2 with an easy draw shot with his last ball. So backhand, you're coming slightly inside. You take the inside ball first and then get the other one.
Yeah, he's playing it, I think. He's definitely playing backhand. Oh, will he get back? Don't think he will.
Oh, he's outside this, surely.
Don't think he'll come.
Yeah, didn't look right. The right idea though, just slightly off on the execution, and it's an interesting one for Andy. If he wants to play the draw, that he can certainly make the gap and take the jack. But at this stage in the game, one shot's good enough.
Yeah, he's took it. Run away.
Andy Thompson.
Not a bad choice.
He knows that Steve has to win the set, so he just wants to keep it
Set
nice
score
and tight.
4-5 after 4 rings.
It's Andy's second bowl, the first bowl that started the start of the end for him.
Yep, stayed there the whole time. The right idea of Stevie is, in fact, his weight was good too, but it's so hard sometimes to play those slightly overweight shots. I know it's not the portable rink, but they're still a hard shot to execute.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You still got to play him right line, right weight, whatever rink you're on. He wasn't far away, a few inches, wasn't he? So he'll be quite confident still.
Jack length 29 metres, 29.
Last time Andy shot one like this, he didn't get up. Not making the same mistake this time.
He's making sure he's reaching, no doubt about that. Especially when he's, 2 metres behind.
Yeah.
Taking no chances.
That's it. I'll go for the trail later. And Steve's got a fantastic line here. Good starter. Now, are they grooves? It look like it, don't they? Or is it quantum?
Need to get a good close-up on the green ball, just to see what model he's using.
I think it'd be groove or quantum, I'd imagine, because I think Jamie Chesney's using the quantum.
So many models of balls available now, it's hard to keep up.
There is. They're all good. They're all good. Well played, Andy. Good adjustment. That was it then, Dave. So he thought he'd put his back bowl in first.
Well, that looks like a groove to me, doesn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. Aero groove. So it's a strong bias bowl.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated getting into that for us.
Yeah.
Let's solve that question. The answer is, Les, they do listen.
They do.
Listen to Steve's latest.
Just when they tell us out in the
Steve's
truck that they
nearest
don't.
bowl, 9 inches past Jack high.
Just need to push your own bowl, Andrew, this time, and just replace it. It'll be quite handy.
So he's slightly through it, but he's coming to a good home.
Yeah. And Steve's got to be careful. Can't afford to run
And
too.
his bowl is 1 inch past Jack high, 3 inch gap.
He's gone definitely narrower.
Oh, there's no doubt he's on a narrow line, but it's all about weight, this one.
Tell you what, he's very good. He's very good here. Oh, that's unlucky.
Got the split, kept his own ball in the head, which was good. A bit unlucky he didn't get more of the red one. He could have made a double.
Yeah.
He will have the last ball to make an adjustment.
Yeah, I think Andy'd be relatively happy the way head's sat now. If he gets another bowl in, just resting Steve's second bowl, that'd be ideal. He's on a wide line. What does Steve do here then, David?
Oh, he's got the protection of his own ball, but red ball on the green would cost him an extra shot.
Yep.
It's really just an arriving draw at this. You know, anything over the weight, Les. You know, it's.
He can't be too erratic, can he?
Can't really afford it. Well,
He has, you know.
He's been very narrow at this.
Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you what, he ain't far away. But has he got what you said? Oh, he's... Blimey.
Well,
Good
not
result.
Sure, it's a good result. Yeah.
Good result.
Jack hadn't moved. He was definitely still one down.
Yep.
But
It's a brave shot. Brave shot, well executed.
yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just had that fear of ball on the ball, and that's what happened. But
1 shot, Steve Halmai.
there's an earlier shot there that set up that situation. But there you go, ball on the ball. But the Jack moving made a big difference.
Yep.
Jack hadn't moved. He was definitely losing the shot. But as it is, he takes a single. And I think he deserves it for being courageous.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. It was a good shot, well executed, and got a good result in the end of it. And, more importantly, he gives him a 2-shot lead. So he'll be sort of sending signs out to Andy saying, well, I'm not frightened to play these shots.
Jack length, 26 metres, 26.
And he's gone short again. Sticks his arm out, Steve, doesn't he? You
Yeah,
noticed that a few
it's
times.
Just a habit, really. That's
Yeah.
all. It's stay out until you start to come back in again.
Yeah.
There it comes. Very late to come back, though.
Perhaps he thought he was wide, that's why his arm went out, I don't know. Funny bowlers, aren't we? All mannerisms.
Yep, some strange stuff. Good timing in this event for Andy, of course, and yourself, Les, and others that are playing for England and Scotland and Wales next week, the home internationals.
Yeah, certainly is. It's good to have some green time, good competitive play, and obviously next week is always good fun. Always good fun, and it's a good time to pick up with a lot of friends you don't see normally from different countries, and from your own country, in fact. And it's normally a very, very high standard of play across the greens.
This is good, Steve.
Well played, Steve.
Yep, well played. Yes, you're coming to Belfast. It's a big club.
4 inch gap.
And been
4
very
inches.
kind to put you into a hotel 150 yards so you don't have to walk too far
Yes, stagger back.
beside the bowling club, which is good.
Stagger back. They got plenty of Guinness and have they on draft.
Look, you better believe it. 2 bars in that club.
I'm sure they'll be wanting some more if I know some of the boys.
Close, Andy. Just
well
need to
played.
hold.
Well played, Tomo. Great ball.
That's a big ball. That's an important ball.
1 minute. 4-inch gap.
I think a big ball in the context of the end and the score. And Steve hasn't really got a shot apart from the perfect draw.
Well, he could be aggressive at it.
Oh, he is.
Try and move it. Get the edge of it, or green ball onto red and move it back.
I'll tell you what, he's ever so close. Ever so close.
Needs the edge.
Got it. Oh,
He got the edge, but it was the wrong one. Got his own.
Unlucky.
Still, he's put it into a good place, and he'll certainly be reaching with the next one. And he might be tempted to go deep here and play safe.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what he plays here. Probably be tempted to draw on his forehand.
I'm out called.
He's,
And he has 4 times.
Just go beyond his own shot ball about a foot or so.
yep, if he feels he needs it. You know, the danger for Steve to play a running ball is he could take his own out.
Correct.
That's the danger for him.
Yep.
And that would leave Andy in a good position. So no matter what happens, I think Steve will just draw it. I really do.
Yeah, Andy's got last bowl as well, so
You know, it's-
Steve can't be too erratic. But I think Andy just draw this and try and get another close one in.
Shot clock still operating away. Andy took a time out there, the first one of the match, I think, for him.
That's a great bowl.
Oh, it's
That's
brilliant.
oh no.
Oh, he just brought it out
Unlucky.
into the open.
Yeah, that was unlucky. It was a good bowl. It's actually given Steve another chance now. A different shot that he had before. And he's got a bowl on the reef spot as well, hasn't he, nearly?
Oh, I wouldn't risk it. I'd just draw this because 2 shots less is not a problem. If he goes running at it and takes his own,
He is. He's running.
oh, he cannot afford to take his own ball out.
I'll tell you what, he's ever so close, David.
Yep.
He's ever so close. He's really well played here.
Doesn't want the
Great bowl. Absolute great bowl.
jack. I was going to say he doesn't want the jack because it was going back to the red ball.
Is he shot? It's close, isn't
I
it?
think it's one to red.
It looks red, doesn't it? It's very close, though.
2. Sorry. 1 green.
One green.
One green. Well, that's good because I think if he'd have got the red ball, it would have been much better for Steve. It would have stunned all the weight out
Yep.
and got a really good single shot.
Yep. It's not an easy draw for Andy because he's got to negotiate Steve's short bowl.
Well, he's got a bit of work to do this one.
Yes, I don't think it will get all that back. I might be wrong.
Hanging off. He just looked a bit on the wide side
Did,
with the
yeah.
front green one.
That was a good end for Steve. He played it well. I think Andy will be slightly disappointed now with his third bowl.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a good ball. He was a bit unlucky to bring the jack out. I thought he should have been on the deep side by 2 or 3 feet, but just to give Steve that question mark of
Yep.
if you go for this and get it wrong, you're probably going to be in a lot of trouble. But
Yep.
it was called as 1 the green, so
I know. And looking at the angles the other way round, it looked like it was Andy's.
yep. Bit unlucky with this ball, Steve. Just got the edge of his own and pushed on through, given position. This is the one I think he needed to get the red first rather
Yes.
than the jack clean.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, bit of red bowl first, and it would have gone not as far back.
Well, he's measured the double. Oh my goodness me!
I
That
tell you
was,
what, it's
oh,
Shots
it's
to
just
Halmai.
there.
that was close, wasn't it?
It was certainly a lot closer than I
Yes,
would have liked.
Yes, it was a very quick call to call 1 green, and it was a bit close to comfort, I think.
Well done, Francis Fletcher. You got it right.
Yep, definitely. Good eyes. Well, it's given Steve a 3-shot lead now, is it?
Yep.
Yes. Well,
Jack length, that's 1.5.
All to
Interesting.
play for in the
That's
last
one
3
and a half.
hands.
interesting. Is it gone long again?
There's nothing predictable about this game.
31 metres, look. Oh dear. He's worse than me.
He's certainly making sure he wasn't
Great
short.
start.
It's a very good ball.
Yeah, that's a good start.
And people think that looks a long way away from the screen, but it's not.
No, there's just the camera angles.
Yeah, 15 inches away. Very handy.
Especially on that length as well. Now, are you running, Andrew? No. You won't be happy with that.
Yes, just thinking about there's a practice game at my club tonight for the international team.
Is there?
Just making sure we down to the fine details.
You're getting a bit of early practice.
My rink will be
Yeah.
out there without me.
They're going to win then.
Well, it's a distinct possibility. There's distinct possibility.
Shot ball is the shorter of the two, 12-inch gap.
Gary Kelly will be looking after things. Don't worry, he's a skip. He'll sort them out.
Gary's a good player.
Yeah.
He's come on well over the years. He's done really well for himself with the outdoor circuit as well, hasn't he?
Yep. He's an exciting young player.
He certainly is. Very talented. And a nice lad as well.
Keeps me on my toes.
That's it.
Close now, Andy. Can you slip it? Oh, just.
It's just going to run away, I think.
Decent head here for
Good
Steve. One just in front, one behind.
Yes. He could do a really good one in now. Just to add a bit more pressure to Andy. He definitely looks comfortable now, doesn't he, with his delivery?
Everything seems to be a lot better.
Yeah, smoother.
Second set.
Needs to steady a bit. Just trucking on.
Just pushing it out, actually. Just that extra yard of weight or so.
One green.
It's important then here for Andy because the 7th end and the 9-end set, it's the one if you're behind you really need to win. You know, it's, Steve Halmai gets a single or a 2 here. He's very much in the driving seat.
Yep. I'm not sure Andy's pushed this, you know.
He looks like he's a bit on the short side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wonder if Steve be tempted here because you want to draw another one, but you want to make sure you're arriving because a touch in the jack makes 3.
Yeah. I think he's got a draw, and if he gets a touch, it's a bonus.
It's a bonus, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to look at it. If you start going chasing it, it won't happen. Especially on that side, because it does tend to hang a little bit of a weight. Just don't be short, Steve.
Doesn't look right.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but he's under.
Is he going to run for second? No.
Under for weight and under for line. That was, well...
He'll be disappointed with that, won't he?
Yeah, it's a poor ball in the context of the game. And Steve's a clever guy. He knows that a turn of the jack there was just so much better.
Yeah.
It's
And I think also he's given Andy an opportunity to draw it again. And he's had 3 opportunities, so you wouldn't expect him to be too far away with this one. He's definitely a lot wider. He's definitely a lot wider.
Well, it's coming back now. If he's got good weight, this will make it.
Yeah, he's good. Perfect.
Oh, last ball heroics from Andy Thompson. You really don't want to leave
Set score 5-7.
too many ends to the last ball if you can avoid it.
No, not at all. But I think Steve would be kicking himself because, again, if he'd have dropped another one in there, it'd been quite difficult for Andy. But it's the old cliche. It's very easy sat here when you're watching.
Well, it is, but if we think about it, these guys have been here for quite a while now. It's a second match, second round, and a lot of practice time as well as. And I always think the portable rink, I can really understand things, but on this pace of a rink, you know you can afford to give things a little bit more of a chance.
31 metres.
Yep. Yep. I'm not saying too much because I'm playing tomorrow morning.
I was
so
thinking that actually. I was just thinking you're getting your excuses in early. You know, it's.
he might start nailing me tomorrow.
You know, it's. It's fair enough. I've played in this rink. I know what it's like. But.
Yeah, it's a good rink. It's a fair rink, and you know.
Well, you get a match like Mark Dawes and Alex Marshall. You know, where the bowling was absolutely superb.
Yeah.
Like it really was fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see it myself, but I heard Mark's first bowl was exceptional.
Yep. International lead. you would expect, and of course his own carpet.
Yep.
Good stuff from both players. Good openers. Wasn't too sure about this one. I think the line looks probably not bad. Must be about the weight then. I have a feeling he knew that was just over.
Yeah. Important ball now for Steve, ready to get one in.
You can see the determination in Steve Halmai. He's always been that sort of player, very serious player. A determined player.
Yep.
But,
well, it's massive really this end, because if he scores it makes it hard for Andy. If he loses anything, all Andy's got to do is win the end.
Yep.
So it's massive end for Steve.
ooh, dropped away, unlucky. I think it's still one red, and that's good news for Andy. Steve just needed to get up to the red ball with an inch more weight and drop off it. Well, same thing for Andy now. He needs another one in.
I don't think he's bad.
I think his line's better.
Yeah, he's not bad here. I think he's pretty much nailed it.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty. It really is very, very good.
2 red.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Steve run at this now.
Well, the thing about Steve is that even if he loses 2, he still has to win.
He's
the
no
next
worse
end.
off, is he?
You know, really, he still has to win the
Yep,
next end,
yep.
no matter what. But
No worse off. I'll tell you what, as a result here,
well, there is one. There's a bad result too. Well, I'm sure. I don't think that really helps his cause, to be truthful with you, because Andy can just still draw this, but he has brought it out into the open, so it helps in that respect. And he'll have the last ball, of course. I forgot about that. So
it has, but it's also added a bit of different kind of pressure to Steve as well, because if Andy slots this in for 3, Steve has got to try and reduce.
yep, he has to.
Otherwise he wants a 2 on the last end.
Oh, that's on the edge.
He's done, yeah. I've done that. It's so easy to do.
Just drifts away.
Yep, yep.
You could hear the little knock on it. That was him just touching the edge, and that was unnecessary, really, because he could have played across the line.
Yeah, and I think Steve's got to be careful for the same reasons. I think he might even go backhand.
Yeah, that's why I thought he might play across the line.
Just don't pull it, Steve.
No, I just... couple of feet, that's all he needs of line, and then the ball will drift
No, he's
4 or
good.
5 inside, so it
He
should be
looks good.
should be good enough for the shot.
Yeah, he's well played. Very well played.
It's looking like a tie break.
Yeah, it certainly is. Unless Andy can conjure a 3 up.
Set score 5-8 after 18.
As I bring the jack out, looks like it was a really good result in the end for Steve Halmai, but we fully expected Andy to do something more. You know, at that stage I thought, well, Andy is going to nail this and you're going to be 3 down.
Yep.
But by hitting the sideboards, it's created a wonderful opportunity, which he took.
It certainly did. And I suppose his fire that was slightly off target was a good result, because it sprung it right out in the open. Gave himself a bit more room. And now he's gone long again.
Jack length 31.5 metres. 31.5.
You would have thought when you're sort of 3 up, you know, just go down to 25, 26, you can take things out if you're in trouble.
Yeah, make it easier for yourself. There's more margin for error on the shorter ones than the longer ones. It's quite easy to be through short and...
Yep, you're in a heap of trouble before you know it.
I think Andy wants a good close one to start off with and just build on that, because it's not going to be easy.
It's toiling a bit down there. Yep, that's still
Beatable.
2.5 feet short.
Yep.
this will be better.
He's definitely up.
Well, better through there, but it's still a distance away.
My opening goal, mate, how far down is that?
3 feet.
Well, it's even more. I thought it was 2.5, 3 feet. That's actually not a bad thing. Sometimes when you're only just 20 inches or 22 inches, it's hard enough to put that on.
Yep.
But you know that with the yard away, give it that extra push.
Yep, definitely. It's better here. This is going to create a bit of pressure for Steve now. You got to be careful. Miss this one all of a sudden. The door's wide open.
Struggling.
He's got to run. He's got to run. Is he going to beat the front one?
He's in trouble.
There's
One red,
heap of
one
trouble.
Well, we both agreed, Les, that going long maybe wasn't the best thing to do, but he's created a problem for himself. He's putting himself into an awful lot of pressure with one bowl to go. And
Yep.
Andy needs this one to be close.
Yeah, and Andy knows that as well. Andy knows that Steve's put himself under a bit of pressure. I think Andy's good again.
Certainly good enough. I don't know if it's 3, but it's
Wow.
a definite 2. But you know, it doesn't take much to miss this sort of thing and leave Andy a chance to draw the set.
Well, that's it. Steve needs to get at least second bowled here, else Andy's got a big opportunity.
Better with this on line.
I don't know. I'm not sure he's up, Dave.
It's all about weight now.
Oh, he's better. Yeah, he's definitely better.
He's certainly a lot better, but it's whether it's enough.
He's saved the match, I think. Oh, has he?
Oh, I
don't
think
know.
he's still.
I don't know.
Well, it's 1 definite. We'll wait to hear if it's 2.
If he loses a 3 here, he won't want to watch his end again.
Francis he's looking at this. He's not sure.
Oh, I think whatever it is, it doesn't really matter to Andy. He's got a draw in. If he touches the jack on his forehand.
Time.
Well, thinks it's 2. Francis said a slight favour for 2, so
One red, measure for
a
2.
measure for 2. Well, I think it's a good call if it's that close, just
Yep.
to say it's a measure. And Andy just draw this, make sure he gets the 2, and then down to a measure.
Yep.
Touching the jack, a bonus.
Definitely. Yeah, his first objective is getting to the shot, isn't it? And that's all it is. Then everything else is in the lap of the gods. Just don't be short, Andrew. Oh, he's not. He's
not
good.
far away.
He's good. Yeah, he's good here.
He's got a line for the
He's
jack, actually.
perfect. Oh, steady on.
Oh, that's good enough.
Is it?
Yep. That'll be good enough for 2, I think.
I think he's 3. It looks like 3, but I can't tell.
Oh, it's checking that one up, which...
The camera angles are quite difficult.
yes, it is. It's very hard to tell, actually, to be truthful with you. You know, it's... Wow. Steve's actually taken that one away. So he knew it was 2, and
Umpire, please. 2 red.
my goodness me, he's got a good eye on him. And he could have been just desperately unlucky with this 3rd bowl then, by just going through the gap off the edge. If he'd have locked onto his own, it was a definite 3.
It's a good indication though, because the marker normally goes to the bowl they favour first.
Yep.
And they've gone for the red bowl first. I thought Andy's blast bowl was the closer one
Yep.
of the 2.
So did I, have to say.
And look at the angle now, it looks definitely like the red bowl, doesn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't trust the angle on that.
It's not, you know.
No, it's green.
Green by a mile.
Oh, it's in by an inch.
God blimey.
Andy missed a chance. To be fair, he gave it a good go, and he fancied it,
Shots
but
on
it's
you.
only a 2.
Andy Thompson, second set, Steve Halmai.
Yeah, I think Steve got away with that slightly.
Oh, he did indeed.
Yep.
Away with a bit of a shocking end.
Breathe a sigh of relief.
First end of the tie break, Steve won the toss and has given the jack gun.
Just proves how important it was on the 8th end that he drew that shot, and with Andy going into the side of the rink, he
Yep.
lost his bowl,
Yep.
and that cost him.
It did. Yeah, it did.
Well now,
Here we go. Tiebreak City. Anybody's name?
3 ends, rules change, just win the end, don't need accumulated shots. It's as straightforward as that.
Jack length, 31
But Andy
metres,
would have been thinking to
31.
himself going into that last bowl halfway down the rink, this is over.
Yeah, I thought he was good enough, and I think I just heard Andy saying he thought he got the jack as well. So, and sometimes that's really difficult to come back from when you think you've drawn the win and you've won the match, and you actually go into a tie break. It's quite soul destroying. So it'll be interesting to see how Andy starts here. Well, that's a good start. Well played.
10 inches short of Jack on.
There's Nicky Brett's mum, keen spectator, comes with her son and supports him.
Yes, Nicky's family will be probably at home watching this. Girls will be shouting at the screen on the computer.
One red.
We'll see Nicky in action soon enough.
I think his second game tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah, I think something
Yep,
like that. Yeah,
yep.
that's-
Playing Stuart Anderson. Be a cracker.
That will be good.
Yeah, it'll be a
That will
cracking
be
game.
very good. Yes, that's it. Second game in the morning. First game 9:30. Second game probably about 11 o'clock-ish, I would think. First game should be good too.
Depends if the left-hander turns up or not.
Yes. Leslie will be in action. Close here, Steve. Just needs an edge.
Oh, he's unlucky. Oh, he's
Well,
not. He's lucky.
Agreed.
I think he's got
Yeah,
enough
he's
of
got
it.
Yep. I thought he had more weight than that, and I thought he was going to take the jack to Andy's like back bowl, but
Just under 2 feet.
he's put it in a bit of an awkward spot.
Nice. Change of hand. Open hand. And he was worried about getting into his own bowl.
He didn't like that.
Well, it's all down to weight, really, because the line's not bad.
Yeah, he grimaced on delivery. I think he's a bit quick.
And that's exactly what he is. He's getting to the back bowl, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
No.
And he wanted to do it with that one.
He did, yes. I imagine
One
Steve would probably follow him down here, but and try and drop one just short of the jack, not jack high.
Time out call.
How close can you get, Steve? He likes it.
Well, it's just been a different player in the second set, and had a lot of much better bowls. Looks a bit quick on
He
this
does,
one.
yeah, he is.
He's waving his arms about a little bit just to say it's a bit quick. But well, this is a difficult one here because
Steve has 3 timeouts remaining.
you know
One red.
he has to reach it, but he knows if he's too heavy, there's no way he'll get back in time, and he might be tempted to run the bowl.
I think he will, David. I think Andy's looking at this and thinking it's probably as easy to draw as it is to run the bowl away.
Timeout call. And he has 2
it's,
timeouts remaining.
Well, if he gets it on the respot position, he'll lie, but it's going to be a distance away, and
Yep.
He'll lose the shot there. But I think the problem for drawing it is, you just cannot afford to be short, and that has a tendency to push you out in the line a bit.
Correct.
You just drift past.
That's why I think he might run, but I don't know. He'll probably draw. I imagine he's confident of drawing this.
Yeah, he was certainly angled towards more of a draw shot, but
He's not
look,
wide.
that looks narrow to me.
It's not wide.
I think he's caught in between here.
He has. He's played nothing bowl.
Caught in between playing one or the other, the draw. He had the line really for an extra bit of weight, but didn't push through it. So just didn't give it a chance.
No, he didn't, did he? He didn't give it a chance at all. He'll be disappointed with that.
No, hardly ever.
There's the bowl. They got the shot. Stayed there the rest of the end.
Just a wee nudge was enough.
Yep.
You know, to be fair, he was a bit heavy and a bit on the narrow side, but he couldn't afford to be short, and you know, that's fair enough.
Yep.
Chance of resting the ball out, taking the jack back. You know, it's pretty to watch them draw in, but you just have to get the shot. Doesn't matter in any other way.
Clumsy ones are always the best.
Well, certainly, if you get the shot, it's good enough. So you can play a few ugly balls, but win. Doesn't always have to be pretty.
No, not at all.
Steve Halmai got the single though, and he's very much in the driving seat now.
Jack length, 31.5 metres.
He's gone long again after playing that lang end this way.
Yep.
I can't understand that. I really can't.
Yes, the last time in this direction he probably should have lost the match. And he had a chance with his last ball and just missed it. But he was struggling. He left it to his last ball actually to get out of trouble and to save the game. Certainly looks a bit better this time.
Yeah, he was playing with Andy, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Oh dear. A wide line, Andy. I think he's very good with this. Just got to run. Tell you what, he's not bad here.
Yeah, it's a better one.
Not bad here.
That'll look good all the way, and he might be tempted to sort of try and come in this on the forehand inside his own ball with enough weight to push that ball out of the way, get a look at it.
Yes, I think it'll go quick, personally. Yeah,
Very quick now.
he's got the edge. He's got the edge.
He's got the hole. Yeah, well, he didn't get either. Full jack over to the far side, opened it all the way up, took his own ball off. Can't see the ditch at the moment, but
I think he's got a touch in the ditch, and I think the jack
Yeah.
stayed in. Oh no, jack on respot.
I've got to say, how on earth could you tell that from that shot, from the angle he hit it at? It was in the first row of the stand. Couldn't possibly have been up in the ditch.
I closed the wrong eye.
Oh, what do you like? Let's behave
dear.
yourself. Anyway, lots of space for the guys.
Definitely.
So more a matter now of who can get really close.
Oh dear. Not this one.
Well, it was a definite that Andy had to come across this time because of where that green ball finished up. And Steve Halmai making his way down already. Full knowledge that this one will get the shot, but he's still a distance away.
He certainly is.
One red.
Definitely drawable. Could put a lot of pressure on Andy here.
Well, no matter what way you look at this, it's going to be a draw shot. Steve Halmai get as close as possible and force Andy into playing the runner.
Yeah, and I think he will. I think he'll get close with this. I think he'll be confident enough to get round Andy's last ball.
Well, he's 2 goes at it. I think that
Yep.
was the thing, you know, the first time he was short and tight, but you expect him to make the correction with the second effort.
Definitely wider. I'm not sure he's...
His weight's good enough.
Yeah, he's going to be shot, so pressure's on Andy. Is he going to stop?
Ooh, I think that's okay for number 1.
Just.
Well,
That's close, David, isn't it?
maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Green call, but I don't think Andy will be running that. I think it's far enough away that he'll just try and make a slight adjustment from his previous ball, but it's a match lie against him.
Yeah, different kind of pressure when you're matched down. It's not an easy draw across the head, but like I say, he's only got to make a slight adjustment to his last bowl. He's definitely out there.
He's certainly
oh my God.
He's a lot wider.
Is he going to bend?
He will if he has the weight.
Will he bend?
He's going to have a lot of weight on
Will he
this
bend?
to bring it back.
Will he bend? Will he run? Just. Well played, Andy.
You weren't sure, were you, Les?
I wasn't, no. No, not at all.
Andy
Not at all.
Thompson.
Will he run? Will he?
Steve has 3 timeouts remaining.
Oh dear. He was going to get there. It was just a matter of his weight was good enough. But well done to Andy Thompson. He's brought this match right down into the last end. And wow, there we go. That was that jack that we picked out of the stand and back on the respot. But that last ball just made it back. It was a brave line to take, I have to say.
It certainly was. Now the rules changed. They can nominate to kill the last end. They can play it as many times as they like, but only kill it once.
Yes, you can nominate as often as you wish. Under discussion at the moment. All of that was raised by some of the players that maybe you should only be allowed to nominate once, and
31 metres.
if you miss, you miss. Interesting
Yes.
conundrum, that one.
It is.
I think it's just due with, people getting one bowl in and then you cover everything and somebody nominates 4 times or 3 times and all sorts of weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it's another point of discussion for the players.
Certainly is. Good start. Very beatable. Is he wide enough? That is the question. Sweep away now. Good weight. You want a good close one, Andrew. He's just running a fraction.
Yes, well, it's certainly a decent ball round the back, but he knows the first one's just not close enough.
Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be close enough, but you never know. And I don't think Steve's got wide enough again.
Well, he's certainly not...
Unless he's got a yard on and catches Andy's, but I don't think he's got that neither.
Nope. Just didn't look as if he had pushed it out enough. He'd made a slight correction, just not enough, but he has got another second, and
Yep.
which means Andy has to get in and get close. But it's been a much better performance by Steve Halmai in the second set to win it, and in the tie break he's looked like a much more confident and aggressive player, more what we expect from him.
Yeah, I think he's done the fundamentals right, hasn't he? He's got his delivery going, and Andy's played a bomb here.
Needs to get in though.
Oh,
Well, tell you what, the respot position has to be all of Steve's here.
definitely.
So we'll see where it is when we see the green balls. Well, they're not that close to the respot, but I tell you what, they're close enough. If he gets this absolutely right,
Yeah.
he could take the jack in the ditch, follow through with it, or get the respot.
Steve has 2 timeouts remaining.
I think he's just got to be up, hasn't he? He's just got to be up. Try and get the jack, get the bowl as a bonus and sit behind it. There's Mr. Paxton.
Yep,
Waiting
he's
to go on.
trying to work out what's going on here. Who will do what?
Yeah.
I think he has to run this no matter what.
Got to reach. Got to reach at it. Can't afford to be drawing again. Yeah, he's gone quick. He's got the gap.
Certainly went down quick. Typical Australian delivery in many ways. And Steve Halmai wasn't known for having a very fast drive. Certainly when he played in the UK, he was a very accurate driver, but wouldn't have been one of the quickest. But you have to develop that side of the game whenever you play in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia and New Zealand. And He was very close there.
He has 2 timeouts remaining.
The problem for Andy is he needs a back ball, but he also needs to cover the respot on the right side of your picture. You can see the white dot, not
Yeah.
that far away from the green. I think he has to cover that and just take a risk.
I think the way it's sat, you'd like to think it would be more in keeping to go to those 2 bowls in the respot. But you don't know.
Can't cover everything.
You can't. You got 1 bowl. You got to make your choice.
Oh, he's
You got to
try-
run, Andy.
He's trying to encourage it.
He's not up. Nowhere near up.
Oh dear, I think he could lose this match now. I really do. I think Steve Halmai will make a slight correction. Even a little bit less weight on the same line will do it. And that jack will bounce all over the place.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he knows it.
He does. He just got to hit a target and then hope for the best. That's all he can do. If he gets the jack right, game over.
It's almost a resigned look from
Yeah.
Andy
Yep.
Thompson there.
Yep. That's all he can do now is sit and watch.
Good running ball. Doesn't even need all the weight that he used.
It's going backhand, isn't it, this time?
Yep, no, that's fine. That's because he's got a chance of the 2 balls as well.
Yes, yes. Oh, he's wide. He's well wide.
Goodness me, he's pushed
He's
that.
well wide.
Oh, Andy, you got away with that.
Third set in the match. Andy Thompson.
And did he ever know it? I think
Oh,
Andy
yes.
will be saying he's a very relieved man.
Get me a beer. That's
Yep.
what he was saying.
He probably will. You're looking to me to go and get him one. But,
Oh, dear.
well done to Andy Thompson, to be fair. He
Yep.
got through over the line and he played the balls to do it. Steve Halmai had his chances but just missed out. And in the end, this ball just stayed, was close to the jack, and Steve Halmai just couldn't remove it or take the jack. Close game. Right down to the last ball, but Andy Thompson, well, he'll be absolutely delighted to seated number 8 in the world, and for this tournament as well. So there we go, 10-5, 7-8, 2-1 in favour of Andy Thompson. So next match, Kurt Brown from Australia up against the world number 3, Robert Paxton. We'll be back in a few minutes. Join us for, must be a very interesting match, I can tell you. Kurt Brown, very exciting.
No, it's Toe. You won. Rob called ahead.
Well, welcome back for another second round match here at the International Open in Newton Park. Kurt Brown against Robert Paxton, the Aussie against the Englishman. So, Richard Madison's on the rink, ready to bring the players on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last match of the day of the Co-op Funeral Care International Open here from Newton Hall in Blackpool. Well, this gentleman arrived from Australia earlier this week. He came through the first round beating Mervyn King. Let's give him a big warm welcome. It is Kurt Brown. And up against Kurt, ladies and gentlemen, he's a former world pairs and mixed pairs champion. World ranked at number 3. It's England, Robert Slippers Paxton.
You're unbelievable.
I'll hand you over to commentary with David Corkill and David Rankin.
Thanks, Richard. And whenever you're playing an overseas player, quite often we know them and on a regular basis, but it's a new name for me, Kurt Brown, and obviously a dangerous player if he was able to put Mervyn King out. But I'm hopeful that my co-coms for tonight from Australia, Dave Rankin, will shed some more light on it.
Well, when met Kurt the other day, it's actually the first time I've ever met him, so...
It's a big country.
Oh, it's massive, yeah. Considering I live on the other side of the country as well.
It's playing out of the Sunshine Coast area of Australia, Kurt Brown, and beautiful part of the country, but then again, where you're from is delightful as well.
It's pretty nice, yeah. Kurt played pretty well. Watched his game against Merv the other day, and he was on fire. He played really, really well.
Yeah, it's not the quickest surface here at Newton Hall, but a steady surface and one that the players are finding quite readily. I always think the guys coming from Oz really prefer the portable rink because it's so much quicker. It runs about 17 seconds and it's a nice pace.
Yeah, I've heard that from, talking to a few players over the course of the week. But I found this pretty good, especially you sort of get the middle games of the day when the good crowd in there gets warm and the carpet picks up a pace or two.
Yes, evenings are a bit quieter, and of course that means that the rink drops pace. Probably sits around about the 15-second mark, which is about normal.
And also for us that do come over here, we're not used to a big wide swooping.
Yes, there's a lot of outdoor surface in Australia where we talk about the fast greens, but sometimes they're not very wide, and of course you do quite often use a very narrow bowl.
Yeah.
So we use a much wider bowl here. Well used to pushing the bowls out 8-9 feet wide.
I did mention yesterday was the first time I picked up a Taylor race for probably 20 years. So.
Yep. Popular bowl here. Just needs to drop back. It's got a chance.
One red.
Well, we're just checking if it is. Robert will be using Drake's Pride ball. Just check later. I think he'll maybe using an XP, extra bias on it. If not, it'll be a professional. Be his choice.
On green.
It looks like an arrow ball from Kurt, and they're certainly very popular in Australia at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around, especially down down through the eastern coast places.
Yes,
Well
they
shot. Robert
taken
Paxton.
the bowls world by storm over the last 3 or 4 years in particular, but a lot of high-profile players have been attached to Aero, and of course that gives the profile, doesn't it?
That's it.
You know, it's all about marketing, and as we see this red ball just dropping in.
You don't get much bigger than probably Alex Marshall.
Well, that's why, isn't it? You know, and of course in Australia they've picked up a lot of big names there. You know, it's a big market for them.
Calvin Kirko and Brett Wilkie are the leaders over there.
Jan length 30.5 metres.
Brett, a very good player. Brett Wilkie's played for Australia for a long, long time, and Kelvin would be well known here. He's done very well over the years and won various events.
Just a couple of legends.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular, and brought a lot of bowls, no doubt about that. Kelvin's win in the Commonwealth Games, of course, was massive. And brought his profile right up.
The photo of him taking off the shirt still pops up on Facebook every now and again.
Yes.
As a gentle reminder to what happened.
Yes. The joy of social media.
It's great.
Gap is 18 inches.
Robert Paxton's had a good season and good steady balls and a wonderful World Championship down in New Zealand. December he won the gold medal for England in the triples.
I sat on my couch at home and watched all that.
It wasn't easy.
No.
Those greens with the wind.
And Christchurch is our place to play.
Yeah, it was tough for a lot of people, no doubt about that, and hard work. But some good bowling. Just dropping on that.
Green.
Yeah. Just dropping away.
Well, now that all the people have left and
One red.
probably starting to get that cold and just slowing down a touch. Probably take them a little while to get used to that. In this game, you don't get too long to think about it.
2 9-end sets with a 3-end tie break. So 21 ends, which is usually enough to sort people out. Of course, that changes for the final where it goes to 11, but oh, very good ball.
Yeah, good shot, Robert
Yeah.
Paxton.
Right in behind it.
And I was talking to Kurt, and he informs me that his mum and dad and sisters will be watching on the Sunshine Coast.
Oh, good stuff.
So hello to all them.
Just trying to think what time it would be there.
It's
but
about 5:30 in the morning.
early morning,
Yeah.
I'd say. But a gorgeous time of the year to be there. Always like March in Australia.
Any time on the Sunshine Coast is good. Weather's always pretty good.
I can understand them playing that little shot. That's not an easy one, but it was a good percentages.
I had a few chances.
Always got a nice smooth delivery, Robert Paxton. Just needs to hurry with this one.
Yeah, I think it's just not quite going to make it.
Oh, that took a strange little tap there at the end of its run, because normally doesn't fall against the bias like that. And I'd be very unlucky to be any worse off. There goes again, and he is. Very controlled weight. Very close to getting his outside ball. Oh, I think he's been a bit unlucky.
It might only be one. I don't know where the other one went.
Well, he has got that front ball, which is a bit of a saviour,
Yeah.
but it's a long way away. Maybe just the one.
One shot, Robert Paxton.
Yeah, Robert's got a good pair of eyes on him, very honest guy, and he'll just quick look, one shot he says. Bit unlucky there, bowl onto bowl would have been just nice for him, but
Yeah, could have worked out a lot better.
didn't get the best result.
Mind you, 1 down's better than 2.
Yep, yeah, damage limitation, and I like the way he played that. He played that with nice weight. He didn't flash at it. You know, it's
Good control weight.
yeah, so easy to have a real power shot down there.
Jack length 30.5 metres.
Robert Paxton played a lot of bowls down in Australia a few years ago.
Well, that's where I met him. So he was playing for the Mosman Park Bowling Club in Perth.
Yes, he came back a much stronger player, in my opinion, from his time in Australia. It's a good place to go. School yourself to just lift your game up that little few percentage points, and he's come back and qualified through for the professional side of the game, and has played very well ever since.
Yeah, I've kept in touch with him when he moved back here and kept me up to date with all the progress, what was going on and how he was going. And then it came a battle of Dave, when are you actually going to get a trip to England?
Well, there you go. All sorted, and you've been down to see Lou and the baby.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I've been with him for nearly 2 weeks now, so it's been great catching up with him.
Just needs to hold the line.
I don't think it is.
Oh, his weight was beautiful for that. Oh, unlucky.
Oh.
Hungry.
Just that little fraction wider.
Yeah.
Weight was good to get to the jack.
10 inches.
The downside to being over here is Robert's
Your front
wife
lot
Louise
should
has
be the gap
managed
between that
to
one and that one.
take my wife Mel to all the shops and spend all our money and left me on a very small budget.
Don't worry about it. The exchange rate favours you at the moment, believe
Wow.
me.
on heading back home it does.
No doubt about that. Expensive to convert it into pounds for now.
Uh,
Here we go. Can you just get back around? Yep, that's a good ball there. Kurt, you played it so well the last time. Very similar ball again. You'll not be too far away.
Evan gets his own rig, one up onto the jack. Looks a very similar line to the last one.
He's very close. He just needs to drop back very quickly now. Just over it. You just put that extra bit of weight on that held it off. But the right idea.
It's a pretty good look anyway, if he's going to play a similar shot with his last. Probably doesn't need all that weight, maybe, you know, probably a meter's probably good enough. Just enough to get the bowl up and over onto the jack. I think Rob might be looking to get to the red one behind the jack there.
That's what he's after. Or fill the gap. Well, didn't make it. You just get inside that into the top gap of the top of the picture there. You get the green ball through the gap between the red ball and the jack. So a little bit less weight. Well, he's gone narrower and stronger. Oh,
It's a
cracking result.
It's a great result.
2 shots, Kurt Brown.
Played it well, got the perfect connection, and you can't argue about that. I think that was a very good ball.
And he'll get a bit of confidence out of that, get on the board.
Played it well, good percentage shot. Bull on the jag, he always had a chance. Bull on the ball was the perfect result for the double.
Absolutely nailed it.
Once again, good weight played. You know, okay, he was more attacking, Dave, but I like the weight. You know, he knew he was in the area with that weight. You know,
It was. You know, he was obviously that was the thought he had, and you know, you go with your first instinct, I believe, and
30.5 metres.
gave himself a real chance. Got the exactly perfect result. On the scoreboard, 2-all.
Previous Australian triples champion, Kurt Brown. So major championships behind him. Other championships, mainly in Queensland with mixed tournaments. Likes his mixed pairs.
Yeah, we haven't looked through it before, and enjoys the game of mixed pairs.
Won it 5 times. Goodness me. If his partner's at home watching this, of course it was, you know, it was all her really, wasn't it?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you know. Whole thing about having a mixed pairs is you make sure you've got a really good partner.
Oh yeah.
Take the pressure off.
And that's what happens when I play with Mel, my wife. She always says, whatever happens, it's all her. Good shot there from Kurt. Starting to put Robert under a little bit of pressure. Pretty good shot here too. Slightly under the head. Nice weight.
It's not your normal classic delivery, not the sort of in the groove delivery. It's more of a UK delivery that Kurt has, actually.
Similar.
Yeah, you know, it's we're so used to seeing that sort of very static and back leg tucked in behind the front on delivery, and it's a great ball to turn the jack for a double. Robert wasting no time.
Wide.
That didn't move much.
Well, see, back home we all think all the English Scots and players, they're all arms and legs. There's arms and legs flying around everywhere when they let one go.
The vast majority of Australian players and certain New Zealand players have got this very compact delivery.
Well, it's all about trying to minimise body movement, and which of course minimises errors. But then you watch some of these players that have been here and arms and legs going everywhere, but they still bombard the jack.
Well, no reason why he shouldn't just try and pop another one in. It's doesn't want to make the target any bigger. He's playing the backhand's the safer side.
You're probably looking to try and get towards a spot.
Well, you know, it's a difficult one, this, for Robert, because ball on the jack, it might squeeze out to the green one, but if it goes wrong, he could lose. Well, he could lose a few shots out of this. There's absolutely no guarantee where this jack's going to go. Yeah, well, that's why he's playing a different sort of shot. He's looking for the little squeeze on this. Didn't want to take a chance of running his own ball off. That was really nice weight for the job.
Yep, had the weight, just a little narrow with the line.
Set score 4-2 after 4 ends.
Can't blame him. He was left in a very, very difficult position there. He just had to think very, very hard about what to do. And when you see this ball tucking it in, and you know, it wasn't going anywhere, so took the risk with the third, but couldn't afford to with his last.
No. I've seen glimpses of from Kurt to what he did to Mervyn King. Started to pepper the jack a little bit.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Force a player into playing all the hard shots, that yard-on shot, which is so difficult at times. I know it's not the portable rink, but it's still a testing shot to play.
Yeah, I experienced that yesterday when I played Leeds Skillet, and just about every time a coconut hit, that first one will be on the jack and put on the back foot straight away. Another good starter there from Kurt.
If I was to walk into this arena and just look at Kurt for the first time, just watching him now, that to me would say he's a UK player.
And I agree.
Yeah, it's just, if you didn't know he was from Australia, lovely, smooth, follow-through delivery, but just looks perfect. Just looks better. Just needs to hurry.
Oh.
Dropped the other way. He was been a decent second.
Right, and to measure.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
There you go, Dave. I'll let you pronounce where he's from. Kurt Brown.
Well, I'm not exactly 100% sure how it's pronounced, but we think it could be Mundabera.
Yep, that's what we think.
And I'm pretty sure if I'm wrong, that we will get corrected. So it's a.
It sounds
one.
exotic, though.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's the bowls club manager at Club Kawana on the Sunshine Coast.
Sounds better with an Australian accent. So,
Well, Australian/New Zealand anyway.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Not get into that debate. Definitely not. Good ball by Robert. Dropped it in. Oh, gentle, gentle, Kurt. Play over the line, it just won't dive. Yeah, the right idea. Punch the ball out, get onto the jack. Too much on the outside. This might change Robert onto the forehand. He's got his own ball to push in or rest the red out for 3. Difficulty with the jackhand, or the backhand, is that any touch in the jack, he'll give it away.
He does want to do that.
Oh, he's on the backhand. I tell you what, this is a confident shot if he draws a spare with the last one.
I was almost certain he would have played down on the forehand side, but he's pretty close. He gets round the zone.
Oh, well played.
Oh, well, that'll learn us.
That's a
2
great
shots,
ball.
Robert Paxton.
It's interesting now. That tells a story in many ways. One part of it is that Robert doesn't like the forehand very much.
All 4 under 5 in.
And the second bit, which says to me that he's feeling very confident on his draw weight, because that was just percentages all against getting a second there.
That's a great shot.
So we learned a couple of things there in that end with that last ball from Robert Paxton, and we'd be very happy to lift that double.
Mind you, it was on the swooping hand of the two. The backhand
At length 31.5 metres.
coming back the other way, it swoops a lot more than the other one. It's falling thing just about here. Great start from Robert Paxton.
Gap is 3 inches.
Pretty handy reply by Kurt.
Last bowl, just over 9 inches.
Yeah, both players will be very happy with their first deliveries. It's an impression here that Kurt Brown is a guy that doesn't really get too flustered out there. He just looks like he's a pretty calm character.
Earlier I saw him just before we had something to eat and a little bit afterwards. I think a little bit of nerves were floating around.
Yeah.
But he seems to be all calm and collected now.
Don't mind that. I think that's okay. I think it's healthy to have some nerves.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Better to have nerves at the start than get nervous at the end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's one place you don't want to be nervous. Especially the 13 of a tiebreaker.
Oh dear, what happened to that one? Too loose after very good first ball.
2 seconds.
Kurt might have a lash at this.
Technical term.
Try and get rid of the bowl.
Yep.
Very close.
Yeah, good effort. Edge of the ball was good.
Either edge was going to get him out clean. 2 seconds, so could afford to have a go. Rob needs to improve on the previous two and get another one close.
He's a bit vulnerable here for losing 2 shots, so even if it drops in close to his own, better if he can get behind the jack.
Which he's done.
No. That's a beauty. That really is.
That's the spot. Yeah, this side, please.
This one here.
This got the spot. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The red has got the spot.
Red's got the spot on both sides. If he hits this absolutely right onto the jack, he could take the 2 green balls out. And jack just squeeze off to the side. Got to be close with this.
Very close.
Yep. Look good. 2 green balls out. Jack over on the re-spot, picks up a double. Really good ball.
It's another great shot from Kurt.
2 shots, Kurt Brown.
And again, he didn't have a real flash at it. You know, it was a good solid drive, but it wasn't a big drive. It was just accurate.
Just great controlled weight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what we would say. That is good controlled weight. And goodness me, he played it well.
And the best thing about it, like he had the spots covered both ways, so it didn't matter where the jack was going to go as long as it went out, even if it went straight back, which is highly unlikely. But the only thing he didn't have covered was if for whatever reason the jack went forward, but highly unlikely from that position.
Played it well.
Jack length, 30.5 metres.
Another excellent start. Very even game. Some great shots getting played by both players when they're in a bit of trouble.
There's no doubt the quality's there, and I would expect that from Rob Paxton, especially on the indoor at world number 3, seeded 4 for this, of course. David Gurley being the defending champion. But very impressed by Kurt Brown, and in terms of his shot selection and the type of weight he's using in those shots. And you know, it's one thing identifying the shot; it's another thing on executing it. But the weight selection to me is the most important bit there, and he's played them well.
It's very level-headed. Not sure exactly how long he's been playing, but at least 9 years or 8 years anyway.
Well, when you look at his profile, and it goes back to the fact that he started winning sort of mixed tournaments as well, some 7 years ago. He's been playing for a long time,
Okay.
and like he's still a young guy.
One rate.
Well, he's only 27.
I don't think he'd be. Yeah, he's about 27 this year, is he? Yep, 27 this year. Like he's in many ways coming through and building on his experience at this stage, and
It's like all players that, especially talking to a lot of players that have been here for the first time and from definitely back home, you know, you can take something out of it, learn a little bit, and gain some experience on the carpet, and you give it a crack and try and get over for the following year and have another go.
so it's very hard the first year. He's playing well. Certainly giving Robert Paxton a hard time.
Oh yeah.
Just needs to hurry now. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Good goal, Robert.
On green.
Played against Robert last month. He was over with the civil service team playing against the international team, and I was playing on, and always enjoyable. This rink took on our rink. It was good. You know, it's he always likes to come over and he says play against our rink, which is it's a fun day, but at the same time it's very competitive.
Oh, it always is England v Ireland, isn't it?
Well, I think let's be honest about it, Kurt. It's England against anyone. You know, Dave. Like, come on. You know,
Especially with the Six Nations coming up soon as well. Didn't really want to bring that up, but
we've only had one error. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
I'm quietly backing the Irish.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. I'll wait. Now, Robert. Spare shot opportunity. Last ball of the end. No reply.
Free spins, we call these.
Yep. Just call them a spare shot opportunity to add another one with no real danger. Didn't make it, and that can be costly.
Robert Paxton.
Seventh end is a key end in a 9-end set, but at least he scored.
Set score 6-5 after 7 ends.
Yeah, just needed another couple of feet of weight. Long was probably pretty good to get a counter.
Yep, his third ball was the critical one. It's the one that got right into the jack. The counting ball. Let's see where he goes with this jack.
His wife Louise will be sitting in the bar watching this game and be getting a little nervous.
Sitting somewhere anyway with the wee one.
31.5 metres.
Yes, Lou does get nervous, but she's so used to travelling with Robert. All the different events. Things change with family commitments.
Yep. Well, since we've been here, Robert was playing in Basingstoke, and so that's where we caught up with him, and from there back to Taunton up to here. So it's I don't know how many k's it is, but I'm probably thinking
fair
about
bit.
600 or 700 or something.
Yep, two decent balls to start with.
Last ball,
Scores a
20.
single here. Robert's really chasing the set.
And it's a crucial win for both players here. That's probably stating the obvious, but
Well, it's got a slight clap, but I think it's better than that.
yeah,
It's a tough audience out there.
a tough crowd.
Yep.
You'd hate to be a comedian out there. You wouldn't get much of a response.
No, you could be in trouble.
Oh, big trouble. idea.
No,
One
just
red.
one red. Yep, just waiting for confirmation.
It's hard to tell with the overhead camera.
It's never easy, you know.
No.
It's very difficult for the guys to get absolutely right on it, but it gives us a good idea.
And my eyes aren't the best anyway, so
Just needs to steady up a little bit. Yep, just trucking through.
One red.
Ball of Rob's out here, the green one. What's that in relation to the jacket, please?
6 inches short of jack high.
Yeah, that's the worst place you could be, 6 inches short. Don't want to be negotiating that one whenever you're lying one shot at this stage.
not really.
You know, it's he's trying to encourage that up. Gives me the impression there's something wrong. Yep, I think the back green was really what he was after. There's a chance for Robert here to draw the shot. If he does get a touch in the jack, it's a real bonus. He could make 4, but I think he'll be trying to draw the shot first.
I think so. Yeah, Kurt didn't like that one, and good reason for that. Probably knew he had to be at the back. Give it to one of those 2 green ones. A chance for Robert Paxton here.
Oh, that's just on the edge for line, I would say. He's going to have enough weight to carry this.
I think it is. Not.
Just looked slightly on the inside, that was all. I think if you'd had really good weight, he would have got past it.
Yeah, I think so. I think the weight probably would have been okay to get past, but just that, you know, you sort of get just inside the line and...
Yeah, like Robert's shaking his head, thought that was all the way there.
Timeout called.
So good at drawing with his last ball that he would have been very confident going into
3
this,
timeouts
but
remaining.
Kurt draws another one, and it's very durable the way that green, so the way the closest green ball is. It's
Well, there's no real danger, and but just the way the head's lying, he probably needs to get another one in there. I think.
Yep, if he picks up a double, goodness me, he's in a very strong position to take the set.
Expressions on his face is that wasn't overly great.
Well, he's on a nice line for it, staying away on the high side. It's just a matter of if he's got good weight or not. Oh, might need to drop.
Oh, it's dropped in.
Well, can't be that far away. That's the first one. I don't think Robert too keen at looking at it for the second.
Umpire, please.
Asking for a quick measure, which gives me
One
the
shot.
impression that it's just the one.
I think it's only one. But we have seen some on the TV screens where it looks like it's only one, and sometimes it's been 3.
Well, it's, you still have to go through the same process, whether it's a quick measure or not, really. So Alan Thorne will sort that out.
And the umpires and the markers here do a great job. Part of the World Tour as well.
Well, that's very you know, they're very accurate about things. They really are, and they need to be, because
2 shots, Kurt Brown.
Oh. Just goes to show how wrong we can be.
well, it was well in actually when you looked at the measure. It was in by some distance. You could see it just dropping back. We knew it had to drop to get in, but he just asked for a quick measure. It gave me the impression it was only the one when you do that, but it was in by an inch.
It was well in, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if he was asked at the start of the game, would he take a 3-shot lead into any set, he'd have been very happy.
More than happy.
Jack lane, 27 metres.
Oh, it's advantage Kurt anyway for set number 1.
Good value for it. He's kept Robert Paxton to 3 singles and a double, and that's not easy.
Another well-weighted bowl. It's just a little wider. I think Rob would have been looking to do a little bit better than that with the first one, especially chasing 3 or maybe 4.
It's the last thing you want to be is short, but he's not very far away in terms of weight. And Kurt onto the backhand, which will favour him. He just gets up to the green one and takes it away. Yep, that's pretty good. Trouble for Robert is that even if he gets a couple in, Kurt can take them out, and that's
Game.
yeah.
Set.
Set is over. So certainly looks better in line. No, that's where he's looking the first one, so he could drag the jack to it. Good ball there.
Well, he's giving himself a chance, isn't he, to get a 3 or a 4 now. Kurt will be just looking to get one close to the last one. Make it a little difficult.
No, he's just going to drop through. Well, this is an opportunity now for Robert. Drop another one in and just ask the question of Kurt.
Yeah, well, this is the money one. This one, and it needs to be a counter.
Good height. Nice wide line.
Weight's pretty good too, I think.
Just needs to run a bit. Now this will be interesting.
Super.
Does he draw for second shot, or does he play a runner and take all the danger away?
Well, I could almost go his own red one, really, and wipe out a couple.
That's the percentage shot. The trouble with draw is that if he just stops or just follows through, he's dead in the water. So percentage shot. He's down to his own. He's good. Oh, that is horrible.
Oh, you could not have got a worse result than that.
That is a shocking result. I think it's still 2.
3 green.
3. Oh, that's cruel. He didn't deserve that.
That is terribly unlucky.
Oh, God. He really didn't deserve that. You know, it's
Rob plays 4 times.
He's played the perfect shot.
looked good to me. It looked good to me. I thought, get under your own ball, into the green, into the jack, take all the danger away. But that is a shocker. You'll lose the set out of this. Like, that's cruel.
He can't even look.
Can't blame him.
So Rob's just got to pretty much play the same bow he's done with the previous 3.
Yeah, well. He's on the height again, and he's in. Oh, he just stole that set, really. But to be fair, he kept the balls in the head, and oh, God, that is just horrible for Kurt. That really is.
Robert Paxton.
Well, it's one of those 2021s. It's you know, we could have gone for the draw shot, but could have been, you know, 2 feet short, 2 feet long, and he's, you know, doesn't change anything. But we reckon up here in the commentary box that he played the right shot, got the perfect result, and just was terribly stiff.
Yeah, that's exactly that. He was stiffed on that, wasn't he? But even Robert's reaction there on screen, you could tell, you know, he probably felt, wow, did I get away with that?
I think so, yeah.
You know, it happens in bowls, but it's all part of it. I thought Kurt played the right shot, and he played it with a nice weight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, another well-weighted, controlled weighted shot, and looking for the red bowl or the green bowl, and got it right. But he started well again, so it hasn't dented his confidence too much, which is probably good. And his mum and dad and sisters all are getting a little nervous now.
Just, that's cruel. You know, it's, well, at the very least, he deserved a drawn set.
I think so.
And I doubt his wife's watching as well. I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, keep going, keep doing what you were doing,
That's it.
keep the pressure on. And Louise is at home thinking, how on earth did he manage that?
Louise is here.
Is she?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
With
I thought
the-
you were home.
Yeah, with little Caleb.
Haven't seen her. That's all.
She's tucked around the corner in the bar area, watching this on the laptop, I think. Keeping my wife Mel company. Well, I think Caleb's keeping them all company, so.
Your last bowl
Oh.
gap is 2 feet.
It's no bad thing to be round there. If you'd have got an edge of the jack, it would have been even better, but
Yeah, hide a little.
still useful. Well, that says a lot, really, Dave. In many respects, it also tells me that I haven't been into the bar, you see. So. Drinking coffee. That's why I didn't see her.
I must say, all the people here have been good over the week I've been here. Very friendly, helpful. The food's been fantastic.
Yeah, be careful of the food.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's just too tempting.
I'll be going home about 10 kilos heavier than when I arrived, I think, so. I haven't had a bad meal since I've been here.
Nope. Now, Rob, have you made the adjustment? Struggling? Oh, dear
Too
me. Well, for him, that's a bit of a soft 2.
2 shots, Robert Paxton.
Oops, other way around, buddy.
Correction, Kurt Brown.
Yeah, let's try the other one. You know, it's
I think it was the whole red shirt, green shirt thing.
yeah.
Probably used to seeing Robert in a red shirt. Of course, the top player in the draw wears the red shirt.
Yes, it's only one way to guarantee it. If you're at the bottom of the draw,
28 metres.
you're going to be in green the whole time if you
Yep,
keep winning. And
that's
if
it.
you're defending champion and keep winning, you'll be in red the whole time. So that's the advantage about the seeding and ranking system.
Pretty good start here for Robert Paxton, making amends for the previous end.
Is that in front there?
It's 3 inches short of jack height.
It's a shame the crowd left. They would have been witnessing a pretty good game here.
Absolutely. You know, it's hard in the evening sometimes, no doubt about that. But you know, the World Championships is guaranteed in the evenings, no doubt. It's fantastic crowds, but crowds have been good here generally.
Well, they've had a lot of people through the doors since it started way back on Sunday. I don't think Robert Paxton will be too happy with that, especially after the first good one.
Oh, Kurt, you turned your back. Well, the line's decent, so it must be the weight problem. Yeah, that's what it is.
1 green.
The line looked good. He's making centre rink. Just push through it. In many ways, it's good that he recognised the fact that he was heavy. So when you let them go and you think you're close and you're 5-6 feet away, you've got a problem.
Oh yeah. Well, most players know as soon as that leaves their fingertips if it's going to be good or not.
This is better. Well, Number 1, number 3, really good from Robert. And not much of a target either. This is going to be a problem. It's a hard shot he's trying to play.
Two green.
That front red one was a long way away to punch into that, and might have been just... It's one of those things really, Div, where you're sort of thinking to yourself, actually, if I draw a good third shot here,
I think so.
it might be better.
Especially the way the two hands actually bend, and there is chances to actually draw right past the green for a back knocker or something for a shot, but he might have got away with that.
Tell you what, if he's failed with that...
2 shots, Robert Paxton.
Oh, Robert, that's a shocking ball really for you.
And he'll know that. Again, you know, it's mentioned before about free spins.
Up to 2 ends.
Good couple of feet probably to draw third shot.
Well, at least. 2 feet in front, 2 feet behind.
There.
Could have lost a lot of money on that one.
Well, squares it all up at 2 all after 2, I think.
Jack length 25 metres.
Shortish jack length, that'll be interesting. Hasn't been too much movement with the mat in this match.
No.
27, 28 in the jack lengths, but the mat hasn't come up the green, as we would say, up the mat.
Another great start. A little bit longer than what Kurt would have wanted, I think. Looking to land a bowl.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the UK players are very aware of the fact that the Aussies play on fast greens, and short jack lengths will probably suit them. So they have a tendency to go to 28, 30, you know, as a default. But sometimes you have to go back into the short jack lengths and just take a chance, because if you're not winning at the longer jack lengths, you have to try something. At the moment, it's working.
I think Kurt knew that wasn't too good when he left his hand. Don't think it came out right. A bit wobbly.
Two green.
Close for this. Got a chance. Oh, that's unlucky.
Two green.
That's a very hard shot to play. And he really looked good to me.
It looked like it was right on target.
Robert will have to go for safety here.
He's got to get to the 2 red ones. Doesn't make that, and Kurt gets hold of the jack.
Yeah, at the very least, the 2 red. Goes past those, he'll be quite happy, but he has to get to the reds, really. Oh, I'm not sure he's closer to the jack with this. I'm pretty certain that was not what Robert was playing.
I don't think that's where he wanted that one to be. And Kurt's got a chance now to make 3 or 4 out of all this.
Oh, he's loose. At the moment, he's probably lying 3 shots, but goodness me, you don't want to leave a chance. Oh, he's got away with it. Oh, dear me.
That could have almost been payback from the last end of the previous set.
2 shots, Robert Paxton.
Robert will have something to say to himself about that one. But I'm certain he didn't play that.
I'm pretty certain, like you were thinking, that he was looking to get to the 2 back red ones at least.
Still, takes a double. He'll be happy, Bunny.
No, he'll be happy. He'll be thinking I got away with that one. Kurt's got to take those chances, and when gifted to him, and you know, any movement of the jack was going to be scoring,
Jack length,
especially in a
24.5
tight game. Just reading his profile, Kurt's profile here, and loves a good steak. I'm pretty sure he's probably had a few good steaks while he's been here. Plenty of places to get some nice steak. Won't be happy with that one.
This is just Robert just trying to work hard to get his first 2 deliveries going, to put the pressure on, to force Kurt into playing the little in-between shots, the difficult ones, but he's dropped it again with a second ball.
I think he'll kick himself a little bit with that. Louise will be in the background going, what the hell are you doing? Good shot here from Kurt.
In relation to the jack, is 1.5 inches short.
Well, needs to push through it a little bit, try and get to the red ball, punch it through the gap. If you come inside, you might get a flick on the jack to the green one.
He's liking it.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. He might just get the flick, but not enough. I know it's early morning down in Oz, but I think there might be a few people watching this.
There'll be, especially on the eastern states where it's, you know, people will be getting up to go to work, turn the laptops on, or the phones in this case. A lot of people get it on their phone on the way to work or something.
Well, if they were watching, your boy is doing well.
And he's playing good, as he did the other day against Moving King. I showed the draw to some of my work colleagues at my work, and they thought it was Moving King, the dart thrower.
Yeah. Well, let's just see if he goes on to this. And again, he's looking for the edge. Oh, has he got enough of it?
Can't tell.
Well, the marker can't go in until the player has a good look. If he's looking for the red ball, I get the impression it's one green.
We can't get the overhead shot because the boom camera doesn't make it that far.
Well, it's very difficult to make it that far. It's quite a low ceiling here, so it makes it hard technically to do that with the jib. I think he got that away okay. I know he was very close to the time, but
That's the first time I've heard that noise.
well, there we go. It didn't make any difference, as it turns out.
One shot, Kurt Brown.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
If he knew he was lying the shot, I don't think he was too worried.
No.
Set score 3-4.
That was his number 1 shot from earlier in the end, and so
Just got a piece of it, probably
Yeah.
looking for a little bit extra.
another half inch. That's the noise you heard is coming from the shot clock. Goes down to 30 seconds, runs down to 0. But he was looking at the front ball with the possibility of maybe pushing it onto the jack with the 2 back red ones, but it wasn't really worth it at this stage. You know, it's the sort of shot you play that if you need the shot in before the last, or you need multiples or something. So no real problem. It's a time shot has become quite popular now in various sports as well. You know, got it in snooker where you're getting 15 seconds to play a shot in the snooker. certainly makes a frame go very quickly.
Well, considering back in the day, you know, they used to walk around the table about 48 times before they thought about taking a shot.
Days of Terry Griffiths.
Steve Davis for me was a top snooker player. Used to watch him quite a lot when I was younger.
Yep, 6 times world champion, I think. Terry Griffiths, world champion, comes from Clantley in Wales. I've been to his club. And it's right beside the bowls venue down there.
Very nice.
And he's got a lovely club. A beautiful championship table with 100 seats all around it. So exhibition matches are played there.
Good second ball there from Kurt, making up for his first one.
Robert seems to be dropping it as well. Just a very strange this one, because it's not like Robert. If he gets his first bowl 2.5 feet away, 2 feet away, he's normally so accurate with the second. Just wonders, it's starting to drop pace.
Well, I was just going to say the same thing myself. And then even that, maybe, you know, previous in was played quite short, and they've gone almost ditch to ditch here, and
well, it's probably getting a lot cooler out there, although from what I can see from Kurt, like it's he's quite warm, but the indoor rinks are very sensitive to changes in temperature. Better this time. Just going to sneak. Yes, he has sneaked it in.
Hungry.
must say the commentary box is a bit warmer tonight than it was yesterday.
Well, it's separate from the arena, this one.
It was a little cooler in here yesterday when I was in here.
Giving us a chance. Clear road for the jack. Oh, I think he's just made it anyway. Good ball.
Not sure.
One green.
Well, one green. But unlucky there. He could easily have made it around that.
Well, if he'd done a flop like a few of them have and flopped the other way.
Yes. Well, Robert will be... He can afford to reach this, you know, and try and get to the ball.
There's no danger. Well, no real danger anyway, unless he gets the outside edge of the rig one.
Yeah, he'd be unlucky to give it away.
Not with draw weight anyway.
Here it comes. Got a lot of work to do to get around it.
Oh, tried.
Yeah, beautiful weight, just a ball wide. Oh, it was a funny old head with short balls, but in the end we had some close ones.
Five off 5 ends.
So 5-3 after 5 ends.
It's been one of those games where, you know, really just sort of thinking it's going to go down to the last end again, and could be anybody's.
Undercooked this one.
Yeah, it also started to bend quite early.
Probably a crucial end here, I think, for Kurt to, you know, pick up a shot or two. And a pretty good start.
Yep, front toucher, can't get any better.
Pretty good reply here from Robert Paxton. Good second shot. won't be happy with that one either.
Well, when you've got a front toucher, there's only one place you really should be.
Yep. Anywhere past the jack. And you get told that when you first start playing and leading for some bloke who's been playing for 70 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Robert really needed to be behind as well. So there's a few short balls going in here. I think this has dropped about 3 or 4 feet in the last 20 minutes or so. It's the only thing I can really feel has happened. And again, Kurt has to be careful here. Doesn't want to get to his own bowl, but
he's not going to have the right to do that.
Well,
but still probably needed to be past the jack.
Yeah, it's not bad, but anything behind the jack, Robert would have been really quite careful about. He probably couldn't have played a shot. Whereas now, well, he's got a chance to come in on the red ball, try and edge it away, or get his own. Oh, of course, the last ball's against him, so he's being very careful anyway. High line, just let it drop in, try and fall back on the jack if he can.
It's very close to this.
Oh, that's good.
Although,
for Kurt, really, I think I'd be inclined to play for that, because get off the green ball onto the red, make the 3.
There's a chance, you know, get the jack down the line, round the corner even.
Go for that wee split, Dave.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. You know, and you're 2 shots behind like this. You have to win the set, of course. Drawing the set's not good enough.
Yeah, and especially when you're 1 set down, the pressure does come on, because
one shot.
Anyway, you're going to get the tiebreakers by winning the second. But he's still well and truly in the game.
Set score 4-5 after 6 ends.
It's just that little touch opened up that chance. Another good ball by Robert. He needed 1 in, but he sneaked off the edge of the green ball for Jack, was making 2 to 3. So
yep.
Again, the mat's staying back. No one's being adventurous with that.
No. So Kurt quite happy to play a longer length end.
28.5 metres.
Winner of this match has Andy Thompson look forward to.
Yep.
Second game tomorrow afternoon. A couple of tidy games in the morning as well. Greg Harlow against Liz Killett and Stuart Anderson and Nicky Brett. Now that's very tasty. Good morning's play coming up.
And I'm going to be in the commentary box first game up tomorrow morning.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
So I look forward to that.
Greg and Les know each other very well. They've played against each other many times, and Greg's been going well this year. Really well.
He was superb against me yesterday. I reckon he could have tossed it over the back of his shoulder and still got shot.
There's been a few of those actually with Greg lately. He's playing really good balls and he's had a great season. You know, it looks like he's going to end up at world number 1 at the end of the season, and winner of the Scottish International Open, runner-up in the World Singles, and once again working his way through in this tournament. Les will test him. Oh, Robert, you really need to be up with this.
Don't think he is. I think get back to your earlier comment, I think the green has slowed up a bit.
Yeah, but I think it's really, you know, there's just too many balls dropping a yard short. So, you know, the players haven't gone off form that much.
No.
There must be an external reason for it.
Yeah.
And it does happen in late in the evenings. You know, we can tell a difference with indoor, with especially if there's not a big crowd in.
But we need to turn the heaters back on.
Looking for that correction. Conscious of the fact if you can easily push it through the head. That's what he's done.
One.
So we can't blame players doing that because they know they can't afford to be short again.
Well, give yourself a chance by reaching.
Once again, struggling. 4 short bowls there, and I don't think Robert will do anything other than just draw this, but
Your last bowl, the back one, just over 3 feet.
Drops a metre and
Sorry, the last bowl, the gap is just under 3 feet.
plenty of room there. You know, it's you can certainly afford to miss the front ball by a foot or so and still draw the shot. He's stalking this one, but it's all about weight because the line's good enough.
I don't think he's got the weight.
No. It's strange old heads coming up in this game. It's inconsistency coming into the play, but
Set score 5-5 after 7 minutes.
yeah, that's an early bowl in the end, 3rd bowl, and that stayed a shot the whole time, and that's just most unusual.
Yeah.
Still, better for Kurt.
Well,
He's
it's
not worried.
They'll be all tied up now. 2 ends to play, I think.
Yep, 8 and 9 to go, and well, he really has to win both ends. Once again, going 30.5. That's a long distance, especially with the rink getting heavier.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that myself. Beat me to it.
Yeah, guts of a metre short with that one.
It's a pretty good start. Just what you need when at 5-all and playing the 8th end.
Yes, because that single shot will be enough to put Kurt into trouble. Last end, if that stays there and it's only 1, he'll have to score double. Drawing the set's just not enough, and that's where that first set came in, and just how unlucky he was really with that last bowl, that last delivery. He didn't get anything out of the set.
Yeah. Wonder if Kurt was asking about whether you can nominate a kill during set play. The answer to that is no.
Last end of the tie break only.
Yep.
Is my ball touching?
Yes.
Well, that makes a difference. That means the jack's definitely moving then. Percentage is well against getting the ball out clean, so Robert will go deep with this, and that's where Kurt really needed to be with the last ball.
Yeah, I think he would have been looking to get his second ball past the jack to give himself a chance at attacking the green one.
Yeah, he's going deep now, and well,
Two
Kurt,
green.
you have choices. You either draw for second shot and accept the fact you need a double on the last end, or you attack it. And he had to attack it with this ball, the 3rd ball, so he's going for second. Just accepting the fact that he needs to score in the last end. Once again, dropping short. It's just gone wayward.
Yeah, I would have been giving myself a chance to get right to the green one, and if you don't make it, at least you're getting past to give yourself a chance at scoring a 1. Was moving with the jack, but
Yeah, I think it's just sliding away now. It's It's going to be very, very hard to do any better than second here. If Robert gets one right into the jack, there's a chance this match might be all over this end. And it's the third one.
3 green.
Well, both second and third are beatable.
Oh, he's got to try and get second shot, doesn't he?
Yep. Anyway, he wouldn't want to lose a 4 in the last, or in the 8th end, the second set to lose the match. That would just be horrible because he's been better than that in this game.
I think so. Looks like that one's striking a little bit, maybe.
It is. I don't think it's reaching again. Oh dear, Kurt, 4 short balls. Oh well, you know, unfortunate. He has been considerably better than this end in this match generally. He certainly didn't deserve to lose the first set, but
No.
he's going to lose the second. I think the weight change has caught him. That's all.
Yeah, I think you did right there. So Robert Paxton could pick up a 4 on what could be the last end of the second set, and he picked up a 4 on the last end of the first set to win the set from nowhere. Well, he's left the door open a little bit.
Oh, it's a shocker, Robert. That really is a shocker, and he will
3
be.
shots. Robert Paxton.
3 shots. I did a yard all around that. He can't believe it. But he had a yard all around the jack to make that for a 4, and it's as well for him. You know, his opposition has to score a 4 in the next end.
5-8 after 8 ends.
Started off really well with a front toucher. We'll see him later, Dave, and the first thing he'll say to me, what was that all about?
Oh, well, yeah, I'll be asking the question. It's no doubt about that.
Jack length 24 metres.
I mean, Rob might consider himself a little lucky. Could have been 1 set down playing the second set. Unfortunately for Kurt, a horrible result with a great shot. But he ended up being dropping a 4 to lose the first one.
That's why you don't go long on the last end.
No.
And that's what Robert's done. You see, 24-metre jack length. Your opposition needs 4. If you're in trouble, all you do is drive something out.
That's it.
You know, it's a sort of 101 really for set play.
Yeah, I've seen the great Steve Glasson do it to a few people.
It's fairly standard stuff. As you know, really, if your opposition needs 4, go short.
Bang.
You know, if they start to put them into the jack, you just hammer at it second, third, fourth bowl. You're very unlucky to miss with all 3.
Robert's just in protection mode now, I think.
Yeah. First 2 in, see where the reds are, and then start to cover. Yep. Red beside the other red. Now you go deep and split those on the backhand. Once you split them, that's it. It's all over.
Pretty good shot there from Robert Paxton. Splits the 2 reds up. Kurt kind of nowhere to go.
Well, once again, it's just another cover bowl to split reds. I did the job with the third bowl by splitting the other 2.
I mean, just the look on Kurt's face, a little bit dejected.
Well, he's resigned. He knows that it's impossible, and I think he's been desperately unlucky at times. But you know, it's keeping Robert down to the low shots, getting back in the second set to 5-all, and then you know just losing a count. It's been very unlucky. The scoreline's actually going to be in many ways unfortunate. You know, it's 3 green there in the end, and that's That's going to make it look very easy when in real terms it wasn't.
Well, I think the telling point was definitely that last end of the first set.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
When,
it's very unfortunate in many ways for what happened, but credit to Robert Paxton, he kept going.
Yep. Got into the second set, put a lot of pressure on Kurt, and come away with a victory.
Yeah, it's 8, 9, 5, 10. They've just put 2 on there instead of 3. It doesn't really matter as far as Robert Paxton's concerned. He's through to the quarterfinals, and he'll face Andy Thompson tomorrow afternoon.
There was another play.
You can see the quarterfinal draw, Dave.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Some of the quarterfinals already through.
Yeah, Andy Thompson got away with one today.
He did, absolutely. So still got a bit of work to do on the others. We've got Greg Harlow, Les Gillett tomorrow morning against Stuart Anderson and Nicky Brett. But that'll complete up the quarterfinal lineup. And there we go, 9:30. Join us about that time, and you will be in for a cracking game because Greg Harlow is in a supreme form this season, and Les Gillett, well, he secured his position in the top 16. He'll be absolutely delighted with the way his season's been going. So join us then for another full day of bowls here at Newton Hall in Blackpool.